Welcome to Off the Binge, your ultimate seasonal anime podcast. Each week, we deliver top recommendations, hot takes, and in-depth reviews of the latest episodes from this season's lineup. Join us as we give you your weekly dose of anime coverage. I'm watching Steins Gate with you.
Oh, you should.
Yeah, we're right. Bro, I'm watching
okay. Together. Good. Let's watch it. And then we gotta watch Zero if you've never seen Zero. All right. So we've seen Zero.
Something came out after that. I have seen Zero. Welcome to Off the Binge. I have a brain fart, guys. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the one and only Off the Binge podcast. I'm your host, Crash, aka the Hispanic Assassin. Welcome, guys.
Stop, no, Hispanic Gooner. Get right.
No. We're not doing.
It's the Hispanic.
My co-hosts are slandering my name.
It's the
because of my love for edgy.
I will say this week he isn't a gooner though. My bad. It was last week or the week before.
But also, if our community and our Discord have even recognized you as a gooner, off the shelf, off the bench, you're known as that. On other projects of the company, that is to be exception. But when it comes to off the bench, that is your moniker. That's your moniker. Just like mine, I'm the visionary on Weaves of the Rain. You're the moniker for this one. Just saying.
All I'm saying is I have love for edgy anime, and I hope you guys do too. This is Off the Bench, guys.
It's your boy, the Humanoid Typhoon, Legend D Vash, but you could just simply call me Vash. And I gotta say, if your number is 1704 and 1724, go play the lotto, because I felt like we were just lucky. That's all I gotta say. If you know, you know.
I just love how Boss Man just cut me off, and I was gonna say my thing, but it's okay, it's cool.
Damn, I thought you passed it. Well.
Thank you, right? We all thought he passed it to me. I thought you slide it in. All right, cool. Transition. I'm gonna just call it transition. But hey,
my name is Grem. Hi guys, my name is Grem. But you know, around here, I've been dubbed the Man God Grem. All I gotta say is Shiltero's ass. And also, I have to say that the Hispanic Gooner can never get away from that epithet. He is the Hispanic Gooner for all eternity.
Agreed.
From now on this show. Anyway,
what's up, my
cute anime girl thing creature?
Hello. Hello guys, it's me, Neko Chan.
But I feel like sometimes my Irish accent is about to come out. Like, hello out there.
But yes, it's me, Neko Chan. I watch everything and anything all at once. Of course. I'm just over here watching everything. I think I
watch more than you are not watching everything, okay?
That is true.
You know what? You didn't watch everything.
You know what? I had to give props to Memory. To Gremlin, because of Memory not being here this week. He kept up his homework. I was expecting a bit less, but he was far exceeding my expectations. I'm very proud of Manga Graham. He did the homework. He passed the finish line. He got what was accomplished for the week of the show.
He did.
I did 36 times 2, boys. I did 70.
Maybe you shouldn't be behind, and then you wouldn't have to struggle like this. So, well,
I can't wait for him to hear this episode.
Welcome to the Aharen podcast, where we talk about the worst, the best, and the hidden gems of each season. And we're going to segue into our binge chilling, where we watch anything that we binge solo or anything. This week I didn't binge stuff because I was a sleepy Neko. I was tired, and I started a lot of things, as I've said. I think the week prior, I watched a lot of stuff. So. I would have caught up this week, but I didn't, Sally.
Yeah, chat.
Look, it was a thunderstorm here at my state, and every night I just was going to watch things, but then I got distracted by Streamer University. If you know, you know. It was like my obsession for these 4 days.
Oh, it was her obsession. She was stuck like that, like a fucking telenovela. If you know, you know. Join our community. We were watching it on random.
Mrs. To Be Hero X. That's all I've been seeing down there. But hey, whatever.
Yeah. Anyways, but pass it to Crash since he has something to say.
I just want to say a quick shade before we pet the Crash. Hey, I was trying to say something before she just took the transition. I was trying to butt in. I want to say, hey Neko, I wonder when we're gonna jump into a Daily Life, The Mortal King season 2, episode 3 or episode 2. Just saying, I would love to continue that. Just saying.
You know what I would love to continue? You
Anyway,
didn't play this
Crash.
game, motherfucker.
Anyway, Crash.
Damn.
Crash, you said it was your turn,
This is
right?
crazy.
You've been chilling. What have you been doing for been chilling? It seems like it.
Oh, thank
Kid.
God. I'll come back to Gremlin because he brings up a valid point. You're not excused from that, Mister. When we're gonna finish Mr. High School of the Dead? But anyways,
Yeah,
so
when are we gonna do
I told you September because we're gonna do a project for October. I already told you that on
When are we
IGDMs.
gonna do ReZero? When are we?
I mean,
gonna
hey,
do
ReZero got announced for season 4, baby.
Yeah, baby, let's go.
Zero?
We got time, baby.
No,
But
we do
anime
not have
chilling.
time.
You've been chilling. Crash, talk to me.
Yes.
I finished. I don't know if I said it in the last 2 episodes, but I finished Masumi-kun's Revenge.
You said that, buddy. You keep it going.
Yeah.
You can't keep taking credit for Masamune-kun, bro. Watch something new.
I've been watching something new. I'm finally on my Jujutsu Kaisen arc. I've been loving it. I'm on episode 8.
Next. No, Vash, what have you been
People hate it.
thinking?
It's straight fire. 9 out of 10. I don't know why people do not like it. Maybe I'll get season 2 and I hate it.
Wait.
But right now, I'm
Oh, wait, hold up.
episode
I have a
8.
question. You're watching season 1 of JJK?
Yeah. He
Yeah,
started.
I'm watching season 1 and 2. I'm gonna watch the whole thing.
Yo,
by the end of the month.
no lie. The whole time, I literally was.
No.
I thought you was watching season 2. I think you watching
No.
season 2.
I have never watched Jujutsu Kaisen at all.
Damn.
I've been
That's-
putting it on the Discord for you guys to watch. Literally,
stated
since
that.
episode 1, episode 3.
Well, like I said, I'd rather have watched Moonrise. Those 18 episodes, much more
I know.
consistent and everything.
Oh,
Moonrise.
no one talks about
Because
that.
that is our homework to all the whole team to binge and talk
Has anyone
about.
started
But
that yet?
I started 3 episodes. I would say
I
that
thought
one.
Jujutsu Kaisen was my
Yeah,
thing.
only
Like,
2
what?
episodes.
Yeah, but
Anyways.
JJK season 1, I'm glad to hear. Look. In all jokes aside, how have you been enjoying
Yeah.
those 8 episodes? Because
Yeah, talk about it, Crash.
because those 8 episodes, I think by episode 8, you saw our boy getting jumped by 2 people. Getting the hands, or has that not been shown yet?
Right now, Gojo is fighting the volcanic guy right now. In
Oh,
water.
wait.
Oh.
Nah, you didn't finish that episode, bro?
No, I finished it now.
Okay,
Now
so the
they,
fight is so. How's the animation? The fight was fucking amazing, bro. When
That fight
literally,
was great,
I
bro.
will say the animation, there are bits and pieces where like I was being nitpicky,
Dude,
but
you're on crack.
overall map.
You're on crack.
what animation was
The
picky?
animation is-
Yo, the animation was a crack.
No.
It was
The animation
crap.
is fire. By no means am I talking like there's just moments where I'm kind of like there'd be a second delay or something, and I'm like,
Stop.
But I'll overlook it because it's not.
Stop.
That's the point.
That's
they've
called
For us
direction,
as the
yo.
viewers, that we're watching
Yeah.
them as stop motion, but what's going on in their timeline, that's just going on in the speed of light. So they're showing us that
Oh, no,
delayed.
That's why for me, I can't go hard because I gotta remember that this came out almost 5 years ago in 2020, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, what
So
are
I'm a
you
little behind.
on about?
What does that mean, though? What does that mean?
Dude, what
I
are
guess,
you
like,
on?
from the time-
What are you talking about?
The animation was still great back then.
Do you know what
I'm
animation
nitpicking
is?
animation.
brother?
I'm very nitpicky. I'm not saying it's bad by no means. I was just saying I'm just
No.
pointing out. If I see something, I'm kind of like,
But
I'm
what
not
did you
saying it's
see
bad
is
by
what
no
we're
means.
trying to understand. What was the
You
animation
know
that
what?
threw
Maybe
you
we
off?
should do a side stream where you tell me everything you see so I can tell you you're retarded.
Hey, sir,
I
no.
literally
Sorry.
stream on my Discord and I had to let everybody watch what I see and I talk. And then you guys like, what is he saying? Oh my god, what? And then like I just mute because I'm screaming at the end of the day. So I'm kind of like, I don't want to bother you guys with my screaming. But yeah, if you guys
I
ever
love
want to
it.
watch me, just react to anything I watch, join us on our Discord at Anime With Studios and you can
Yeah.
watch Crash late at night screaming his ass off for no reason about stupid shit.
You are a great reactor. I will say that.
Yes,
No,
yes.
I have been told that a lot. But yeah, overall right now, 9 out of 10. I love it. The characters are phenomenal. I see why people love Gojo.
Who's your favorite
can
character, real
see-
quick?
Nobody yet. The panda's awesome.
Oh. Okay.
Just saying, our girl, what was the girl that had great ass that our boy that he mentioned season 1? Not J-Lo.
Jennifer something.
Yeah, Jennifer
Lawrence.
something. Lawrence,
Jennifer
yeah, it was
Lawrence,
Jennifer Lawrence. Yes, can't wait for you to hear that line soon.
It was in,
I think
it was
I
in
have
episode
heard
1.
it. Maybe not. I don't
It was
remember.
in episode 1, bro.
No, that was in
Probably,
episode
yo,
1. That was in
Yes,
episode.
it is.
It was in the beginning episodes, maybe 3.
It was episode 1. It was episode 1 because he's looking at a picture on the wall when he has the hammer.
Yes. I do remember that. Yes.
And it's a picture of Jennifer Lawrence, and he's like, I love her.
Yeah. I haven't touched it in a minute, but I do plan to catch it up potentially this week again. But the plan is to finish the whole series by the end of the month, and then depending on my co-hosts, maybe I start either ReZero or Mushoku Tensei. I have another anime I want to start first, but we'll see where
we
that takes
ignore
me.
what you want to add. We're doing Mushoku or ReZero. And honestly, you're gonna get through it before Vash, so
That's what I'm saying. If I
you
can
can take your time, honestly.
Interesting. So other than that, Manga Graham, it seems like that's all that Crash been watching of season 1 of JJK. For anybody, for clarification, if anybody have not been paying attention, and he was only watched up to episode 8 with the volcano fight with Gojo. And the animation has some nitpicks. For anybody, just to have clarification, they had nitpicks of a 5-year ago anime.
Domain expansion, malevolent backshots, yes, and all that good shit.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes. So, Manga, what are you watching right now?
I have spent this entire week catching up on 70 fucking episodes because I was behind a whole week. So I caught up to every single thing this season, except for the Gooner shit. But I am caught up to everything I'm watching, so that's what I did this week.
And how did it feel to watch anime without your co-partner that will watch with you week to week, day to day?
I'm gonna be honest. Okay, so it's weird, right? I get stressed during the weeks when he's here because I'm like, bro, we gotta watch some shit. Because like he'll go like 4 days without watching anything, and then by that time we have half the shit already backlogged. So it's like we have to watch like 17 things. And then like on the last couple days, like the last 3 days, we'll end up just watching like 10 things a day, and we'll end up being caught up by the end of the time, right? And so like it's normally stressful, right? But then this week it was stressful because he wasn't here, and then I was looking at the stuff and I'm like, man, Nate would normally just throw this on when like I'm here and it would be like done with, but I'm like, man, I have to actually actively put this show on now. Like, what am I doing?
And just to actively pay attention.
Yeah, it's like so yeah, no, it's good.
Yeah, it's like I totally understand where you're coming from. As somebody that goes to say, like, I haven't been anything this past week because it was my wife's graduation from college, from school. I'm very proud of her. So I didn't have a lot of time to catch up to my own personal anime that I am binging. Or don't watch it because out of the 26 shows, I caught up to my Hero Vigilantes. We'll talk about that later. I caught up to... Yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I finally put the time. I focused. I told her 2 weeks ago. I believe on week 6 or week 5, I will catch up. And I never did. So I'm like, I'm going to sit down. I'm going to do a quick workout. A little 2-hour workout. Watch a good 6 episodes of anime. It was great because I work out, watch anime, and took notes. Like during each of my set transition, I literally sat down, wrote notes, paused it, and then I just kept working out. I was doing jumping jacks, like, damn, Stain. And then after that, the worst thing is that seeing this motherfucker, Ida's brother.
Oh yes, he was.
I always forget his name. Don't
yeah,
worry,
me too.
me too.
I'm blanking his name right now. But Ida's brother, see how built he is? I'm like, while I was working out,
His eyebrows
I
always.
was looking at my body, like, damn. If only I do my abs a bit more, I could probably have Ida's body. Just, be a little more bulkier. Take a little protein. I was like, shit. I'm back in the game. But felt good, though. Just seeing, like, it's such a... I don't know for other people, but, like, it's such a vanity to just watch the anime and then also work out. It just heightens that endorphin of, like, you just feeling that height, the strength. And be like, yeah, bulky.
What's the name of that anime? How high are those dumbbells you lift?
Yes.
I think that's what it's called.
I think I watched only a few episodes.
I've ever worked out while watching anime.
Oh, really? You?
That literally legit teaches you how to watch. And then the Vladimir Putin photo that, hit him riding a bear was fucking hilarious. It threw me off so hard. I couldn't take the workout seriously after that. But that's the only time personally for me I've actually ever worked out in an anime. It's I highly recommend it if you really want to learn how to actually work out and stretch and all that. It's borderline ecchi if I remember, but like it's more comedic than anything.
Yeah,
It is a little bit.
it's more comedic. It has like a few ecchi shots. It has I remember laughing at the meme where the dude had like small head and like a bulky ass body or like a sweater or some
The
shit.
coach.
Yeah, the coach, I believe it was. It was funny. I believe I only
It's
saw
very
like three or four episodes. I don't think I finished at the time. It was a cute show.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm the same like Graham. I didn't watch a good 70 episodes. By the end of this week, for week 9, I will be watching a lot more episodes and catching up to my old stuff while other stuff in daily personal life. So I'll be catching up to my AniMa episodes, not 70. I know Memory is gonna be having the same amount of homework that he is, because he probably has to watch week 7, week 8, and also watch week 9
Yeah.
because he just came back from vacation. So like,
He's
fuck,
so-
I'm cooked.
He's cooked next tomorrow.
Yeah, when he comes back,
Everything.
I bet you when he's hearing this episode right now, he's like, yeah, damn, these guys are right. I'm cooked. But other than that, I don't have nothing else to watch. So if anybody have nothing else to add for our been chilling, we can move on to our anime spotlight then.
Yippee!
All right.
We have a lot to talk about this week. We do have a lot to talk about this week.
So-
some of it good, some of it bad.
Yes, I would say that some interesting conversations I can't wait for us to get into. Because this is your go-to seasonal anime podcast where we dive into the best, the worst, and the hidden gems of any and each anime season. For this content that we're doing for this week is May 19th to Sunday, May 25th. And we have a good stuff to talk about. The first thing is drama. What does everyone have for drama?
Can I add 2 things
What's
real
up?
quick? They'll be like smashed. Dinner Detective this week was well, at least these last 2 weeks were very interesting. I love how we are progressing the dynamic between the 3, the butler, the detectives and stuff. I don't know, like I liked how it's doing the same formula that we've been seeing, but it has been a little different. So that was really cool to see these last 2 weeks. And the cases were really interesting. I didn't expect one of the cases to be like the painting being the window being real. That I was like, oh, well, that makes sense. And then this other case was just now we have about drowning, which is really interesting. So yeah, I mean, it's just been great. I've been loving the dynamics progressing. That was probably like one of the biggest highlights for me these last 2 weeks with the episodes. It was really cool, and it's just hilarious like always. And I forget if we add Gundam to this drama. I think we do, or maybe we do.
Action, no?
No, I think it's drama because it's more. Yeah, I think because these last 2 weeks have been very dramatic, so we can sprinkle it here. So with Gundam, this week's have been like, oof, it's
been cooking. I'm not gonna lie, it's going fast. It's going fast.
You want to touch on what you feel a little, if you have anything.
It was a rush, like a literal rush, because you had a lot of things happening at once at the same time, but you also like had a moment where kind of like, oh shit, like shit's going down, and you need to like focus. Like, damn, do you want to go for the MC, the side characters, not really villains, but like the antagonists, like, if you want to call them that? And I was overwhelmed, confused, and now I'm just kind of like, I've seen because of course I see previews. I'm just kind of like, oh, so we're getting that guy from that Gundam show that I still haven't seen, but he's gonna be there.
How dare you not see Crash?
Yeah, how dare me that I haven't seen anime since I was born. That's so crazy. Yeah, right.
Yeah, how do you still not watch One Piece? 1,000 episodes.
I don't give a fuck about One Piece. I'm gonna get to that when the time comes. Don't worry. My boys. Look, shout out to you, Lyndon and Elvin. I love you guys. You guys are my ride or dies, like you, Boss Man too. But I'm sorry, I have a lot on my plate. When I finish my anime list, then I'll catch up to One Piece. Right now, the episode's still ongoing. The manga's still ongoing. I have time. Don't worry. I'll get there eventually. I'll get the treasure before me, boys. Find out what the One Piece is, and then I'll catch up. But anyways, it was a lot to take in. I loved it. However, that one scene that you were to ask me what that like one takeaway from that anime, that one scene where Amade had the gun, the pistol. I swear to God, I thought like she was like, once you pull the trigger and you do that, that event that that canon event you're supposed to do, you're gonna change forever. And when she took the shot, I was like, oh, she did the impossible. And it actually turns out it wasn't what had happened. Spoilers, by the way, but no spoilers. I was kind of like, oh, I really thought she was gonna kill her. I'm glad she didn't. I'm glad she's alive. But she plays a bigger part, I assume, for these characters than what really seems to be. She seems like a big sister to everybody, but I guess she also has like her past that we really don't know a lot about yet. I'm just glad she's not dead. And it's crazy what had happened. The little kid's gone, the little boy, I forgot his name.
Shuji?
Yeah, Shuji. I don't know where he went. I don't know where the Red Gundam is now. And there might be a war or conflict happening next episode, so let's see what happens with that. But Neko, I don't know what you could say that can kind of cover babbling.
Look, I go to a good friend Scott report who's a Gundam nerd. He loves Gundam. He's seen probably almost everything, and we were talking about it. And next week is going to touch into things that was in the movie that wasn't like revealed yet. So we were thinking about it, and we were like, where Shuji go to like, did he go to the original timeline of UC? Because it's like, I think it's been like hinted or something that's what the Kira Kira is, kind of. But that's what's like so interesting of like, because he's been trying to go there, right? He's been talking about the Kira Kira. He's like, hey, you know, the Red Gundam wants to go there or something. And then there's just so many little details. I'm just so very confused still too, but also I think it's going to come together by each episode. Right now we feel overwhelmed, but like I think by each episode we maybe get like an answer. I think the biggest thing for me besides all that stuff is the relationship between Shuji, Machu, and Nyan. And I didn't expect that to be a love story, like a love triangle, which is I guess a Gundam thing, but like it didn't seem unnatural really, because Nyan I didn't think she was going that way. But okay, I guess so. So it's just a lot of drama between the characters. They're all going through these all different emotions. Machu's going down a really crazy route. Shalia's also trying to help Machu kind of get better with the G-Quacks. And it's just a lot of things that are really interesting that I really am excited to keep going. But I really hope it sticks to landing if this is really only a one core for a Gundam series, because it's a lot.
I will just say, it's funny you touch up on the romance, because Shuji and Nia, they had a funny moment to me personally where she was like, please don't go, I need you, I want you. And all this time I thought the romance was going to be between Nia and Ahmad. I didn't think once it was going to be like, I really thought it was going to be like, you know, with Richard the Mercury, whatever. I really thought it was going to go that way. And it just threw me off. It's not. And it's not like these two girls are really fighting, but you can tell that they're fighting because, you know, they're attracted to a guy like that, adolescents and all that. I get that. But I honestly thought first they were going to go with the Yuri aspect, and I was kind of surprised that they didn't.
Yeah, no. So kind of give off the vibes. But that's understandable, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Gundam.
Gundam?
Okay, I do want to now add another, you know, your Forma, bro. Your Forma's been very interesting these last 2 weeks.
That's you. That's only you. Like that Crash took off his headphones. Gremlin has it. Starting off. Wait, actually, Gremlin.
He didn't finish the episode. So I don't blame him for not feeling the series. So it's
was that one of the episodes you actually did watch out of the 70?
What are we talking about?
Your Forma. Is that one?
Pay attention.
Your Forma? Yeah, I watched it.
Oh, you did actually watch it. Wow.
But yeah, these last 2 episodes have been very interesting. Of course, it was the girl and her brother, which was pretty obvious. Which is also, I mean, we all called that. It was pretty obvious. It's just.
Yeah, I called that, you know.
I said it before, nigga. What do you mean?
Yeah, but like,
anyways, it doesn't matter.
I'm the man god. What can I say?
Yeah. Anyways, but it also wasn't them. Like it was, but there's someone underneath it all. So it's like, who else is like orchestrating all of this? Right? Yes, but there's someone else. That's what they were talking about. Okay. Anyways, all right. So, it was very interesting with just figuring out like the your Forma people are against. I mean, it's just everything that's going on nowadays. People are against the AI, and it goes into all that which is, I mean, it's normal. People are like losing, like again, like it's going up. People are losing jobs with AI. That's what people hate it. That's what we're all fighting against right now too. So it's kind of interesting going into that and like. You know, like you kind of understand their motives for all this, so it's like, you know, you can't really hate it, but then, you know, we do feel for our characters who have the AI within them and all this stuff, but now we're trying to just get more deeper information about it. So that was really cool. We have Biga with her father conflict with her father. It was like, you know, they had 2 different like value or like morals, I'm guessing, like morals about just how to work against it. Like Biga was like, Dad, we don't have to be like this, we can grow bigger up with it. Like we don't have to do this. And dad was just like, no, it's losing our jobs, it's losing, like we gotta fight against it, whatnot. And maybe right now they have like a little bit of a hiccup, but Bigga will get through it. It's fine. But yeah, and then of course we found out Ichika did have a chip. Her powers got back, which is understandable. Like that part, I was like, yeah, that no way. She's just not gonna have her stuff come back, which is really cool to see. And then the relationship between Harold and her, we see just a little progression. I think the other thing, which I would say I just didn't like that they didn't represent.
It wasn't a chip, was it? It was like a neural inhibitor, like it was a drug. She was drugged to make her capacity go down, right?
Yes, but it did take it away, right? So the other girl can have it.
Yeah, but
it was.
No, it wasn't.
Because that's why the other girl, because she put it on herself.
The other girl got a chip so she could do it. Our girl got drugged so she couldn't.
Yes, slowly over time. Yes, but that's why the girl could take her abilities and like use it like that, and that's why it was overrunning her because it was too much.
Okay, yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You tried to say that our girl had a chip. She didn't have a chip. She was drugged. Exactly. See, you gotta pay attention, Neko.
You're cooking my head right now. Exactly. I guess.
Yeah, I'm like, but what's the point? Like, okay,
okay.
Yeah.
I just want you to get back straight. All right.
I guess.
Yes.
I feel like they talked that she had a chip, and that's why the girl was able to get that and use it against herself. But okay, I guess I don't know.
It wasn't a chip. It was drugs.
So what drug? What do you mean?
Basically, they fucked with her. Basically, she had something that she was treating her PTSD with, and it was like a drug cartridge she put on her neck. It was just a drug, right? It was just like a medicine being injected, and it inhibited her processing. It wasn't like a chip. She just got injected, and that was it. That's why Bigga said, I have a cartridge that can fix that. And that's what she gave her, was the drug that reversed the effects. That's all it was. She didn't have like a chip inside of her that was inhibiting her. She was just drugged.
Okay, wrong term. All right, but that's what I meant. My bad. Okay, yes, wrong term. Okay, but all right. I was like, what? What are you talking about? Okay, wrong term, basically.
Because they could theoretically hack her and like put something inside of her to make it bad, but that's not what happened.
Yeah. Okay, wrong term, 100%. So that was really interesting, and I didn't like. Apparently, some friends were telling me that, because I think you mentioned this, Grimmin, that Harold holding the gun. Like you were like, oh, he's just scared to hold a gun or something, which is like, so, or what did you mention?
That him holding the gun goes against his programming. That's why she didn't know about it. That's why he lied to her, because that is directly counter to his programming. The second he picked up the gun, it said, your programming says you're not allowed to do this, and he said, that's cool, and he used it anyway. He goes directly against his programming, which is the proof that the 3 laws of robotics do not apply in this world. Meaning that beings like Harold can kill. Which
has already been stated,
Yes. But it was proven here. Like it was stated as theory before that it didn't exist, but now we have unequivocal evidence that if Harold wanted to, he could kill.
Yes. So, but that's what, like, Ichika knows that. That's what she's been stressing about it.
Ichika knows, but Harold doesn't know that.
Know that she knows. So and so, but the thing is too. So
that's why he lied to her.
She knows that he knows that she knows.
Yeah.
No, she knows, and he knows.
Okay.
He doesn't know that she knows.
Yes. Basically.
So he hid it from her.
Yes, so and I was confused because clearly I was like, oh, well, Ichika should know that he's lying, and she believed it real quickly, right? But apparently it's because, like, yes, realistically, he is supposed to be struggling. Even with him being able to hold the gun, he was supposed to be struggling because it has, like, a lock still, like, in his system. Like, he can freely do all this stuff, but he was supposed to be struggling against it. But in the series, it made it seem really easily done. But apparently, no, he was supposed to be struggling, and Ichika thought that she was holding the gun and shot it and that's what she believed. Like, oh, then I did shoot it, and
She was
did.
gaslighted to do it, to think that she did it.
Yeah, so I was like, oh wow, so that was. That was just a very interesting thing that it didn't show in the series, because I'm like, for me, in my head, I was like, Ichika, you know he's lying. Why are you believing this? But okay, then, you know, the little stuff like that, I was like, that's what I was mentioning last week where I didn't like. I was like, oh, well, that's just going to be confusing story-wise, just to not add that and like make it a little confusing. But then this episode 2 was really interesting. Like, just the relationship, like, apparently he's like, hey, I promise I won't lie to you or use you. And I'm like, Harold, you fucking already lied last episode, bro. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. He's like, a little liar. He's a little stinky liar.
But it's because he's a robot, which is understandable. I'm like, Harold, no. But yeah, I look, as always, some co-hosts don't like your approval, but it's very, very interesting. I've been meeting a lot of people from the community that have, like, we all have conversations, which has been cool. So, I mean, it's understandable. Like we talked about last week, if people don't like it, it's fine. Apparently, this volume that we're heading into is like the favorite of every fan. So I'm excited to see what happens, because, I mean, that's what the studio was here trying to adapt, was mostly this volume. So I'm excited to see what we get into, buddy. So, yeah.
The only comment I will quickly say about this is that it sucks I haven't been able to watch your Forma, not because I don't want to watch it, it's because I don't have any legal way. I have VPN, but it's not any type of legal to watch in any streaming service around the world, and I just don't got the time to link up with the boys and say, yo, let's sit through, because I'm missing episodes 2 through, I think, 8 by now, so I'm behind as a motherfucker.
You might as well just wait until it ends at this point.
Yeah, that's what I'm like,
because then a binge was probably better for you.
Yeah, it might actually be treated better in the binge aspect when I can see the whole story as a whole, instead of, you know, waiting the week to week.
Yeah.
Stay tuned for week 12 when we have our tier list, and I'm genuinely curious to know how convincing Neko's gonna be to put this in a high tier.
Maybe Vash too. Maybe also Memory, because he's still watching as well. Grem is still watching it too. So we have like maybe 3 to 4 people to convince a one person that dropped it just by one episode going in.
Well, he didn't even finish the episode.
Yeah, he didn't even finish it. So
I saw the full one episode, first time ever. Full, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Watch the full episode with the guys. Drop that shit.
Crazy.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But,
it's not your series.
Yeah,
it's
it's
not
your series. But you know what is our series? I think we went enough for the honorable mention. So let's jump into our Apothecary Diaries, episode 19. It finally came back from the break that it had. So episode 19, I want to first give it to Crash. Talk to me. What did you think about this episode?
So it's funny. I had just literally watched it, not even like maybe 2 hours ago with my missus. I'm glad that Apothecary's back. I have missed it a lot. I will say, Mao is kind of in a sticky situation right now. You know, she's you know, in this festival, and she's learning a lot about a lot of things. There are, like, I don't know how to describe it or talk about it really without, like, because I'm trying to understand it myself. Like, I wouldn't say I'm confused, but like there are things I guess I'm not ready to know yet. They haven't like brought it out, but I guess, like, you know, it's implied that, you know, the people on this festival are involved with, like, I think, what was it, the mother who was
the royal family
a while back. The royal family, yes. They said the name, and it lose my mind. I don't want to ask Graham yet because I have another question for him, but yes, I guess, like, the ancestors of hers are from this village, and I'm trying to put 2 and 2 together because we also have this, you know, village that has a lot of wheat. You see a lot of houses that could be involved with metal, and, you know, we're still dealing with, like, the, you know, there's a lot of wheat and metal being bought and used and circulating around with the royal treasury and all that. So I'm trying to see where that connects. And then I'm not gonna make a big spoiler about it, but we're introduced to a new character, the villain, kind of like what the reason why Mao's there and all that. That was kind of crazy in of itself. We found out where the pistols were being made, the immortality potion, all that. For me personally, I'm glad Apothecary is back, but this specific episode, it's building up the cooking for me. So that's when I'm kind of like, I thought last episode 2 weeks ago when it released, I was gonna be like, someone's gonna die. I seen a sword getting pulled out. I'm not gonna say what I saw, but nothing happened. So that's kind of like, okay, cool, bet nothing crazy happened. So maybe next episode, or it's gonna be the same thing as this episode I saw right now, where it's just it's cooking up to something crazy that's gonna happen in the next maybe episode or two. But I'm just glad we see Mao back. It was very cute to see her and the little antics, bullying the kid, like, don't fucking, scare me like that, knock on the door. That was so funny to see. She didn't want to eat no crickets. She didn't want to eat no insects. She know that I'll have the chicken. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
What about frog? What about frog?
Yeah, she said. I want to stay frog for a while. She's like, I'm not in the mood for frog anytime in the near future.
What you mean, no frog? Yeah, we don't talk about the frog, but yes,
you just can't stop thinking about it, bro.
That felt like it was pointed at the audience. No, I do not want Jinshi's frog. All right, audience, get out of here.
Yeah,
she says that. She says that, but she puts that hairpin instead of like, I got nothing else. So like,
talk about it.
I got some
hairpin because if Jinshi finds her without that hairpin in, he's gonna get all pissy.
Over for my boy, the girl.
Yeah, girl be upset. Look, I agree with Crash because like on my notes, I was starting to meg out Graham because, in my beginning of my intro was very ironic when me and him first met up. He asked me like, hey, what time code are you on? I said, I'm on 1704 and he goes on 1724. So we were literally right behind each other of watching the episode. So it was really cool on the type of coincidence, and we continue the episode. But it was really cool to see like the question, like, why is Mama still here? She's being held hostage, but not really against her will because she's choosing to stay to find out what's the potion that she wants to know of. But then she can't really know the full details yet until time. But then she said that you could not stay. I mean, you could only stay here because of said reasons, but you cannot know the reason. But then once we head to this shed, we knew it was a mysterious shed because Mama caught the eye and she started to know something. I didn't expect the villain to pop out of nowhere and see the Western envoy here. And now the pistols. I wonder what's the connection with the pistol. Like, are they trying to target Jinshi? Are they trying to kill the Emperor? Now I'm trying to kill, like, what's the gameplay? What's the end game? And how does this also connect to Shisui? And how does that connect to the girl that just became, came back alive? Was this all a grand plan from the beginning? Was it just a grand scheme like that's been planned for the past 20 years? What's going on?
For me, okay, you can go ahead.
I was gonna say real quick, before I saw the new episode, I was watching the previous episode with my missus too, and we're like watching how Jinshin and the old lady, like he's figuring out like, I'm not really eunuch, I'm not this and that, and I'm just trying to think like, there are a lot of people, a lot of OG people who do not like the Emperor and what he did. And I was telling my missus, if you're hiding your identity for a reason, he had his reasons to do what he did, fine. But realistically, I was telling her, if he were to just say, yeah, I'm the prince of, I'm the son of the Emperor, a lot of people are not going to like that and going to want to try to kill him. So I think that information being known, a lot of people had known, like, there was another child, there was something else there. So OGs who had known that have been planning this for a very long time. We have seen that time and time again where the assassinations have been happening with this guy all along. It's not that they hate Jinshi specifically, but it's like they just don't want the Emperor's blood there anymore because they just are worried that it's gonna repeat all over again and over again with this, like pedophilia thing, and that's like a serious thing to like know. Like nobody liked what he did. Nobody, absolutely fucking nobody. Women have stayed there all their lives and have died there, not able to see their family, their loved ones, fucking nothing,
and still hold the resentment against them even after death.
Yeah, like a lot of people need to understand right now, like for the new generation of concubines and servants, they have only heard everything through whispers and rumors, which is understandable. But the OGs, like the old lady that worked, in the clinic and everything, like they dislike the shit out of this man, and they will do anything in their power to make sure it never happens again. And if that means killing this guy, I mean, shit, how many times has this man tried to be assassinated? Multiple times. Like, I can see why they're going for it, but at the same time, like, come on, it's not his fault he exists. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's just there, man. Like, people can change. I hope. Neko, to you, I'm sorry.
No, you're good. But it's tough, right? I mean, for a lot of them to move on like that. I mean, they're just gonna put it to someone else, all that hatred and everything. So it's sad, but yeah, for me, this episode was great. I did miss it, so it was great to see Mamo. It was a whole focus with Mamo since last week we only did get Jinshi in the gang. So yeah, Mamo, I liked just Shisui and Mamo being together, like a big sister, little sister. It just felt kind of like calm for even her being a hostage. It was just kind of a chillin'. They went to the festival. I love her relationship with the little brat. Even though she calls him a troublemaker, I'm like, Mama, you're a troublemaker here too. Like, look at you. Look what you ended up.
You're little shit.
your moms are little shits, honestly. But yeah, she's sweet. Even revealed about her mom. I was like, oh god. I was kind of laughing, to be honest. I was like, ooh, we can bond over our mother trauma. Let's go. Just for Mama and her. I was like, wow, no wonder you guys were so chill together. You guys could just bond over so many things.
Is that mean lady at the end? Is that Shisui's mother?
That's what I'm guessing, and I think
That's
I
what
think so.
Said too. It's implied.
Yeah,
But she said that her mom is dead, or no, the brother or the son, whatever, the little kid's mom is
dead because I believe Shisui, when she was combing her hair, she said that her mother's very strict or something like that. She mentioned
beating her ass, bro. Like we're talking straight chancla, bamboo stick, like you getting the hands,
like the whole pan and everything.
Face.
So it makes sense. Yeah, that has to be her mom. Like that anger temperament. Yeah, that I feel like that is a mom.
Yeah.
The more I see that, like we're not getting to the last 20 to 24 episodes. No, we're 19, right?
Is 18?
I actually don't remember.
I have it in my notes here. 18.
So it's probably
this was episode 19.
Yeah, this was episode 19.
Oh, so I'm behind one. Sorry. It might be because of the week that passed. I'm sorry.
No worries. Yeah. So this was episode 19. So we have 5 episodes left. I'm curious to see how the arc will end, and will Jinshi and Mama reunite before them? Because I know Grem can't really say much since he has read and he don't want to spoil us. But
so many questions for you.
It is 5 episodes.
Yeah, I can't ask because I know I'm gonna be spoiled. I'm so upset. Like
Graham, what can you
spoil right now? They don't meet.
What can you answer us or tell us before we wrap up this review segment? Lecture's piece of this episode as well.
Nothing will ever be the same.
Yeah, it's all going to be changed, bro.
Is somebody gonna get shot?
No.
Oh. No, it's too soon to say.
Couple people.
Wait, what?
What?
Huh?
I'm not asking straight up, and you don't have to answer me. But my wife was asking Gremlin. In the manga right now, is it right now at this point where Jinshi or Mama get married or get together or something?
You just get a full spoiler on the Off the Bench show that's anime only. You're asking this on the anime podcast where our audience are most likely anime only.
I said I don't know. Tell me later, Graham. Tell me later.
Neither one of them are married yet.
Good to know. I'll inform the missus after. Good to know.
They're at least together, so
that's so bad.
The thing is, that's the type of question. That's the type of question that you would ask off air or in the comment section or in the thread of Apothecary Diaries manga or something. But not on the full Chad. Let's just not spoil you.
The question was asked. I had to answer.
Is that there are no marriages? Well, actually, that's not true. There is one person that gets married. But other than that, there are no marriages that happen in the story, as of right now.
Okay.
Copy.
The emperor will get married though.
I did want to talk about one just last thing.
Talk to us.
With this episode, we like Crash was talking about like the story of like just the men not being able to see the red, so they color their mask green. That was really cool. And then the interesting part is that Shisui even did it, so it's like, oh shit. So it's like Shisui can't see color either, or she doing it on purpose. But I think she can't see color.
That's the hard. That's the.
They said it was rare, right, for women to have it. So I'm guessing she has it.
That's the tricky part because with her, you don't know if she's like the fox right now. That she's trying to trick us. That she's trying to trick us. Like if she's playing us as the fox, that she's trying to trick us of what we don't know. Because what we know with Mama, she already figure it out, and also that Shoshu even explained that this are people from the royal bloodline that are blind by colors. But is she doing the same, or she doesn't know, or is she doing it on purpose? So like it's very hard to tell on what she's doing in between the line.
Yeah, but I think she just doesn't know. But maybe she does. You never know. But like you said,
Who knows?
And then Mama freaky too. She just trying to get that resurrection potion. She's like, try it on
Oh
me.
yeah.
Try it on me.
Oh yeah,
please,
girl's excited.
please."
Girl was walling.
Woman be like, do it to me.
Yeah, like kill me, bring me back to life. Even though girl was saying, yeah, so it has some side effects. This what happened to you and everything. She's like,
Right.
word, fuck it, test on me. Let's find out once more. And I'm like,
say that.
didn't you just hear that from her saying that you might be dying? She like, man was like, I don't give a fuck. I want to be trying next test subject and everything.
Literally. See, Mama's so goofy, bro.
But also,
She's so
I'm a
goofy.
mammal train that I will not also eat the insects. I will eat the chicken. I will choose the chicken
Yeah,
and
100%.
steak.
Well, okay.
I won't
I
choose
would eat the
insects.
frog though. I don't know what she
I've
was
had the
doing.
frog before. I will say
I haven't done
chicken
frog
before then.
yet either. So for me, I'm gonna have to pass by that.
Oh,
Well, you don't want to touch Jinchi's frog anyway.
Hey yo.
That's not for my position to be touched. No. That's for my mouth.
Oh, I have one more final thing for this. Shout out to Aya Yuki, the voice actress for for Mao Mao. She did win the Crunchyroll Awards for that.
Yippee!
Best voice actress. I was so happy that she won. You deserve it. Thank you. I hope you continue to impress me, impress all of us in your next performance of Rent a Girlfriend as mommy. Because best believe, I know the toxicity in this bitch is gonna come out of her. So can't wait for that. Thank you. That's all I had to say.
You ain't wrong.
disgusting.
You ain't wrong.
Anyway, did we finish our last thoughts for this? If not, does anybody
Yeah,
wants to? I see in the document for the SHOSHIMIN. Anybody wants to bring up conversation for this? If not, we can move on for our next segment.
SHOSHIMIN was lit. All right, we got our boy getting hit by a car.
Huh?
He's in the hospital, bro. He's laid up, and then we got Osanai hitting him with the "Don't worry, I'll punish the motherfucker who did it. I'll find him." Don't worry.
I don't think that's a good thing when it comes to a character getting hit by a car. So
Yeah.
But
Why-
it was
why-
good. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good because of what it brings out. You know what I mean?
What,
Which-
hospital bills out the ass?
Nah, man.
But you got hit by a car.
It brings out the vengeance from Osanai, man. Osanai's about to find this bitch and go crazy.
Oh,
You just don't mess with
I was like,
Osanai's things, bro, or just
Don't mess with
Osanai.
okay.
Like you just, bro, you don't want to mess with
so
Osanai.
all this is for the plot. Understood.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just like, so it's like, okay, I understand. Okay.
Also, this seems to be like, it seems to be bringing up memories of another car accident he witnessed a while ago, and now he's thinking about that case. Because apparently the dude that got hit by the car all those years ago, back when he was in middle school, apparently that guy isn't alive anymore, and he's a little bit distressed by that, because it turns out when he was first looking through and trying to figure out that case, guess who was there when he got hit by a car, just like she was there this time. Osanai was there both times.
Big body Osanai.
You think maybe someone tried to hit Osanai with a car twice and has hit her boyfriend both times? I don't know, man.
It's getting juicy.
I think
and
it kind of reminds me of him being like a calamity. Probably just got bad luck.
Nah.
We're gonna talk about calamities in
Later.
the future. Yeah, later.
I know. That's probably I did that little segue. You know.
Yeah, that's not gonna hurt herself. That's not gonna hurt herself.
What do you think, Neko? What do you think of this episode of SHOSHIMIN? It was really good to me. I really enjoyed the heck out of it.
I did enjoy it. I feel like just Shoshomen keeps surprising me every time. Like it's just so funny how in season 1 you think like all this stuff is just like kind of ridiculous, and now we're here now with just so many things connecting and like maybe even more questions, and you're just like, how are we gonna end? Like, dang, bruh. Like, can we have some peace? Can we just have our duo just eat sweets together, be just cute, please? Can we ever have a break?
Oh, and then episode 7 of Shoshimin, since we can talk about both episodes, the final line of that episode was really great. Wait, so I realized your behavior kind of changed, like halfway through. Like you were helping him until about May. What changed in May? And if you guys go back in that episode, if you guys go back to the episode that had it in May, like one of the things that happened in that episode is homeboy went in for a kiss. Apparently, Osanai took that personally because she switched from being on his side to wanting to get vengeance, and what she described her vengeance as is, I break them down so they know like defeat, so they know like fear, like so that they feel useless. That's what I do when I want to get vengeance. And what did she do? Episode 7, what did she do? She broke him down, laughed at him for his ideas, called him less than a man for not understanding, laughed at him because he couldn't figure it out, literally laughed when he said that it was her. Like, bro, she cooked him so hard. And then we learned that the whole reason she did all of that is simply because he went in for a kiss without asking permission first.
Yeah, it was something different,
savage,
but I love her. I love her.
She's a savage. I love her. It's so
She's
good.
great. Like, you wouldn't think at this from episode 1, this is the type of character Osanai is, and it's just so fun to see it escalate each time.
She's such a vindictive psycho. I love her.
She is so funny. I can't with her. I can't. I love Shoshimin. It's just a good show. If you haven't seen it by now, just check it out.
Haven't watched or started season 2 yet.
You should watch it. It's so good. It's so good.
Wait, can I squeeze in just and Shirley, just quick. It's just me and Grem. I just want this drama.
Go ahead.
Anyways, look. Aren't we happy? Nothing happened to Matthew. Look, Matthew's fine.
Not yet.
Like he's fine. And look, Anne's growing up little by little. So look, we going through it.
Yeah, we're going through it. Yeah. She got a little bit taller. She passed the test. She didn't beat Gilbert though.
She really just be having nightmares about Gilbert beating her. Like,
she really do, bro.
I'm like,
I will lose to everybody else on the entire planet, but if that mofo beats me, oh my god.
Why? You're just being so bad. And he's over here congratulating her on the poem. He's like, oh my god, that was great. And she's just like,
and she's like, I hate you. She's like, I hate you. Stop talking to me.
She hates him so much. It's so sad, but
they're gonna get married. Don't worry, they're gonna get married so hard. I bet 100%.
It's just great. It's great. Like, I think Nate was talking about this last time, where like he feels like the side characters, there's not enough of them. I don't remember the original like that kind of. So I kind of forget if like the timeline is more slower than this. But like, hey, it's still really enjoyable with the timeline and everything. You still understand, like when you see like the other girls, you're like, oh, it's that girl, and you kind of still know their personality.
Yeah,
so you don't.
They're like kind of like caricatures, though. They're not like
for
real
sure
characters, you know. But
Okay,
I kind of get what he's saying. It's like it's like we have 3 characters that we know, and then we have like her parents basically, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
And Rachel,
the one that's always gossiping with Marilla.
Oh yeah, her. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know. Like, I understand if we had more side characters, I think this story would be so much better. Purely because the volume would be higher, and like I think that they write side characters so well that I don't think it would take anything away. Like, it would just make it more enjoyable. So I kind of get where he's coming from.
Nah, for sure. That's why. Yeah, I maybe down the road we can get a little more. I don't know, but it's been fun. You know, everyone's trying to pass the teacher test, and it's been great. And yeah, hopefully she can just
Queens, right?
Oh, you're right. Yes, you're right. You're right.
Not teacher
but
test.
Yeah, that's next episode. Yeah, you're right. I think that's next episode. And yeah.
Wait, that means we're skipping in time? Damn.
Something next week. I forget. Anyways, yeah. So that's been great. I love Anne. And then and even Marilla just talking about it, like she doesn't like talk that much like that, like how she used to, or use big words. I was like, no, Anne, don't leave us. But then until the poem part where we saw just Anne, I was like, oh, okay, we're not losing.
We got to
Anne.
see Anne be Anne. It was so good.
It was so good.
And then she ends up like getting a bigger round of applause than the actual professional recital person.
Yes,
like, she was that good. Everyone's like, damn, bro.
It's because she's good, and it's understandable why she was nervous, but she has a way with words. And even when you're listening and you don't, for me, like, I'm like, I mean, when I heard the professional recite it, I was like, is this good? Like, I don't know. But you can feel it with Anne. I don't know. Something with Anne is just really different.
Oh, she just has fun with it, you know?
Yeah, exactly. You're right. No, you're right. Like, the frog one was funny. She was like, get up. Oh, so good. But yeah, and Shirley's great. You know,
Go watch.
Y'all should watch it. Y'all should watch it.
Yeah, I should watch it. Yeah, audience, meaning you guys. Me, no. But yeah, I should watch it.
You should watch it too. You should watch it.
Both of y'all.
Both of y'all should watch it.
Maybe by the end of the year.
So I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, try to convince Crash because he he only likes to watch 5 or 10 episodes per season instead of 25 like us.
Damn. Well,
Honestly,
now let's go.
if I do put my parents on it, I'll let you guys know because I really want to put my mom and dad on that. I think
there's a Spanish dub, so hey, you got this, bro.
Yes, I have seen it, so I know they love like.
Ay, vamos a
anime,
escuchar
like,
los characters hablar español.
Sí,
¡Qué
señor.
increíble!
Dragon Ball Spanish, it's so.
Oh my
OP.
god,
It's so good,
it's
bro.
so good. Como Vegeta! Venga aquí!
You know what else is so good?
Chocolate!
Well, you know what else is so good?
You know what else is so good?
TBATE.
Isekai, guys.
Yes, let's go, baby. My gosh, wasn't TBATE great, guys? I actually really enjoyed this episode.
Oh,
He's
what
back home,
episode of
baby.
T-Bet? Because I haven't watched T-Bet since, let me tell you guys.
Oh, we're not gonna give any honorable mentions to the next part of the.
No,
the
we
thing we're
are.
talking about?
We are.
No, we are.
We
I
are
feel
in honorable mentions because I don't remember the last time we have reviewed T-Bet since like episode 4 or 5.
That's an honorable. I'm starting that honorable mention. My bad. I'm taking it from.
So
you.
I have not watched since episode 5. So I'm not watching the last 3.
Why not? Why are you tripping, bro? You need to watch it, bro. You need to get caught up.
This man is so behind on so many.
No. With is Crash, sir, excuse me. It is with choices. I have 26 animes that I'm watching, but I'm choosing the ones I want to be kept up with week to week. Right now, I've learned that with some animes, I don't need to watch week to week. There's some that could binge every 3 episodes. T-Bat right now, with all due respect, I don't give a fuck about it, so that's why I haven't watched it. The animation hasn't been good consistently, and to me, it's not a rush for us to discuss it because we haven't discussed it, and 2, I just haven't had no interest to actually sit down and watch a slideshow PowerPoint of a show that I have no investment in, and all I'm gonna see is just connection with our man God Graham. That if I was watching with him, maybe I would actually be accountable to watch it, but me watching it by myself, I don't give a fuck about the show because it has no interest right now for me because the animation has no
by next week he'll be caught up because I'll make him watch it. Got it.
Oh, okay. I guess so.
that.
Cool. Heard that.
Say that. So
Heard that.
So yeah,
Real good.
talk about it, bro.
It was? All right, cool.
Yeah, of course. So our boyo went home. He finally
Yippee.
Finally met his parents?
Maybe take your headphones off.
Oh.
Yeah, he finally left the elf village.
Oh, he finally left the elf village. Okay.
Yeah, so sad.
Now he got home and it was really sad. Neko was crying
I
when
cried.
he left. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Did you really?
I did.
Yeah. Yeah. What is that so unbelievable?
Yeah. Is that unbelievable? You don't understand, dude. You don't understand. You
don't get it, bro.
You don't get it, bro.
Explain to you. Letting me.
Take off your helmet.
Yeah. Take out your earphones. Yeah.
Just
anyways,
off,
so look, he met his sister. That was born.
His sister. Yeah.
This is so cute.
Yeah, she looks like a fucking bobblehead.
Yeah.
She's so adorable.
She's so cute.
Yeah, we got Sylvie. We got the sister. We got him showing up his dad in a fight because of course he does. We got him using lightning release out here like Avatar, upgrading his fire magic to be lightning magic because he's that guy. We got him burning down a lawn because he doesn't care that this family that's taking him in is treating him so nicely, and he burnt down their entire lawn because he
Damn.
hates them.
His dad, bro.
His dad has
His
a
dad.
goatee and beard now.
He was being so goofy, but
Oh yeah,
he was
cause
like, whoa.
oh yeah, cause it's been like 5 years. Time has passed, right? Since I remember last time the elf guy that
4
you,
years.
yeah, cause you said that you need to stay here for some time. So yeah, makes sense. Time has flown. Makes sense why he has a goatee. His younger sister is 4 years old now, most likely.
Like 3, but yeah.
Yeah, so it makes sense. Time has grown. So it's good to hear. The episodes has gotten slightly maybe 5% better. So that's good to hear.
Yeah, they've been doing great. Like it's just like story wise, it's been great. Of course, the animation's not again
What
top
is-
notch, right?
What is
It's great.
animation? I think you're making shit up. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's
Yeah,
been great.
yeah,
It's
you know, we can't nitpick animation since we don't know what animation could be or
I
what
can't know, I
isn't.
speak for them. I speak for
Yeah,
themselves.
okay.
That's my
No,
job.
stop,
Oh,
Fresh.
my
You
bad.
don't know what animation is. Like, I
Yeah.
genuinely don't
I've
think
been
you know.
watching anime way before you was born. What are you talking about?
Bro, you be looking at the art and saying the animation is bad. I'm like, bro, that's art. That's not animation. You're wrong. Animation
God.
is just the
Okay.
movement.
It's
It's a
It is
sequence.
not the
It's a
art.
sequence of what's happening from the frame 1 to frame 7.
Exactly.
But
That is animation. You're talking about these art issues, and you're trying to say that it's an animation problem. You don't know what you're talking about. The animation in JJK is great. It is stellar. It is always good. The art has funky moments, which is what you're talking about. You just don't get it.
Bam.
I'll get back to you after episode 12. But yes,
Anyway.
sure.
Anyway, but yeah, what else do we got to talk about?
I mean, I'll do my
for-
The Last Crusade.
I was gonna say honorable
Yeah.
mention because this was all honorable mention. We have the TBATE. I was gonna just say unaware. I liked the Meister. It was a simple episode, straightforward. It was literally felt like a filler episode for this one. It was just more a transitional to the story. I really enjoy the brilliant healer, new life of the inner shadows. That one was a solid episode when it comes to the story of him because we're transitioning to a new arc. The opening change, so that's pretty cool. That we I fuck with that transition that they actually put the little detail of changing the new characters with was changing, and not the mysterious of that. Where or who's the big bad? Since a big question was like, hey, the undead is being brought closer to what's being around in the strongest. What is the biggest, most strongest undead around there right now? Is the Wraith. Could the Wraith be bringing all these people, or could it be something stronger? So I'm really curious to see how the last couple episodes end for the series because I'm actually invested. So those are my two shout outs for my honorable mentions. Grammy, you want to add anything to these two shows?
I don't think it's that she's summoning them.
Oh
I
no,
think it's
that she's attracting them. That she's
There you
attracting
go,
them.
yeah.
Yeah, correct. That she's
Yeah,
like
and that-
without
That's
doing it on
been
purpose.
That's been proven. Yeah, they just go there because she's there. You know.
Yeah, so I'm curious to see what's next. Like, is she gonna help? Because she always catches on at the right time. So I'm curious to know if she's eavesdropping or how is she knowing the opportunists of what's going on.
What do you mean? She's not doing anything. She's literally just being there. She's not. You're trying to make her out to be nefarious, bro. She's just sitting there.
Exactly, but what I'm saying, like, does she know more the way you see, like, hey, girls just come along because she said herself that she wants to see chaos happen. She wants to see where all this goes. So she's curious to see because she knows wherever he goes.
The house would be boring without him, so she
like me
followed
for-
him. That's all it is. Like, you're making it into something it isn't. Like,
Who knows that I haven't read the manga, so I don't know. So I'm just
Neither have I. But it seems very clear.
I'm just
that
throwing
she
theory. I'm just throwing theory. It could be a
I don't
possibility.
know, bro.
I could be wrong.
Theory. Thanks for watching.
Unaware Altair Master. They got a kid now. It's they went on a date. That's a thing.
Yeah, they
So
want to.
what's this Last Crusade bullshit?
Yeah, talk to
Ooh,
us.
talk about it, Crash.
I'm not gonna lie. Like it's the same thing with the Apothecary Diaries. Like it's building up. Like we have a action sequence.
That's
You know, Issei is fighting. You know, the Talisman. it was pretty cool. Like him learning his
Issei.
powers and everything.
Yes, Issei.
Issei.
Isuka?
Issei Hudo? What?
God, no. Anyways, yes, yeah. There's, Alice is trying to stop the fires from what's going on in the castle. The queen is fighting the first like the OG, like the most important saint disciple right now. And then the other witch is also fighting the other saint disciples right now. Like it's a lot of fighting in between everywhere. Nothing has really significantly happened yet, so that's when kind of like it's building up. Probably next episode's gonna be more better. It was no etchiness, nothing funny. It was just all straight action. It was nice to see, but I was kind of like, okay, let me get to the more important things next episode. I'll be more interested then. But the animation has still been fluid. There hasn't been any problems with it so far. Yeah, I got nothing else to add on that. There was nothing to be said, but at least I'll say there's some action going on. That's it.
Yeah. Fair.
You guys should watch it.
Anyway, I'm the Lord of the Intergalactic Empire. What do we think, boys?
To me, this
Yeah, you guys been telling me
episode.
some crazy shit going on.
You know what, Graham? Go first, because I'm mixed on it. I want to hear your thoughts first.
I've read it, so you go first.
Okay, how do you feel about the adaptation so far for episode 7 and 8? Because as you said,
No, I can hardly call it an adaptation. They're going in left field. I don't know what's happening anymore. Like he's supposed to already have crushed the big bad fleet. He hasn't touched the big bad fleet yet.
are you talking about the pirate?
He just completely circumnavigated that fleet. When in the novel he just walks through the fleet and takes the treasure island, and then like Christina gets made into a human again. But yeah, we got Christina back, which is a thing, and she's wholly devoted to him because of course she is. I don't know, it's weird. But we did get a whole episode of him talking about how he's gonna create a harem, which
He did.
Yeah, he'll do that, I promise.
Which to me, look, when it
Oh.
comes to episode 8, chat, I don't give a fuck about episode 8 because that's the one that to me that episode was like a filler. That one I have as for episode 8, I have that as a score of a 7. When it comes to episode 7, I have that shit as an 8.5 because there's a lot of psychological torture and warfare happening in that episode, and I really like it. In episode 8, to me, it was just nothing was a filler episode or just story. It was where he was talking about having a harem, but then being told, hey, you in a harem, but you can't get this, you can't have this meat here, you can't have this place with alcohol.
That's not even that. He said, I want to indulge, right? So I want to make a swimming pool full of alcohol and meat flying from the rafters and shit.
There's a few regulations, a few rules that he has to abide.
It's
And
not even that. They just said that would be dirty. Like, what the fuck you can do with the meat there?
Exactly.
That doesn't make any sense. Like, are you on crack? Like, we could do that, but that's just stupid.
yeah, bro.
Like, what about the alcohol? Are you gonna drink it? Like, why the fuck would you be swimming in alcohol?
Bro,
Like,
just wants to spend money just for no reason.
Like,
Like, he literally supposed to spend money. The most hilarious thing is that, look, to me a harem is dope. Like 2-3 women, yes, amazing. But once you get told from your butler, he said, yeah, get 1,000 women by your belt. Crash, he said 1,000. Hear me one more time. 1,000 ladies so you could have your own personal harem. I'm like, bro, he just said 100. I'm like,
Rentaro could do it. So
Yeah, our boy said he's gonna get 100, right?
Yeah,
Rentaro-
100 is good.
Get it.
The
100% can get it.
butler said get 1,000, right? The butler said 100, only 100. What are you, a pussy?
Yep.
He's like, bro, I got 1,000 right here. And then you know what the maid did? The maid said, honestly, bro, you could go bigger. I got 10,000 applications. You wanna?
Yo, they had a fucking catalog of fucking like Tinder. Literally, like, yo, you can literally look, swipe left, right, why you can literally pick the one you want. And I'm like,
Insane.
bro, just imagine you just have your top of like your whole type of magazine of choosing the one you want. That was crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And
That's
1,000,
insane.
it's just 1,000 of any ladies. And
This really says a lot about me as a person. God damn.
I love-
Yeah.
and I love by the end.
But I'm very loyal to my significant other. That says a lot about me.
I love by the end of the episode where the maid told him, yeah, you also do know you can fuck with any of the people of your staff. And I love it. Like, wait, yeah, could he? Like, yeah, we hired them knowing that was a possibility. We already spoke to them in the interview and said that was a chance.
They're even paid for it.
Yeah,
they are all paid. They all have it in their contract. There's an extra pay for if Liam fucks them. Straight up.
Yeah. And I love, I believe how the maid also said, like, we also have men option in case you go that way too. We have the zesty option in case you want to go that way, sir.
I'm good. That's all you.
He's like, I'm straight. And she's like, how the fuck would I know? You ain't touched a single fucking human. And she's
like, we didn't know that.
He's like, but I fuck you. And it's like, I don't count. I'm a robot.
I could be a non-gender. A non-gender.
He keeps messing around with the robot, but he has all these potential lineups, and he hasn't fucking touched not one.
Well, that's her ideal type, right?
Yeah.
Every girl on the planet would give it up to him if he asked.
Yep.
Every girl on the planet would give it up.
But so make me understand, because I'm not watching.
He doesn't want.
Is he just not raising up anybody for them to?
He doesn't want it that easy. He doesn't want it that easy because he had a bad life. He had a bad life with toxic people around him.
He just doesn't trust women.
Well, yes, you're right. You're keeping in the simple terms. I'm explaining that the reason that he don't trust women is because he had a bad life with toxic people around him that made him to get to the pre-course of like, hey, I don't trust anyone.
Yeah. That's what happens when you hurt a wonderful man, ladies.
Yeah, exactly. But on the good episode that I do want to talk about real quick, episode 7, we finally got to the timeline or the part that connects where the Christina woman finally connects to our captain, our count, Liam. And fuck this pirate guy, because the pirate is, from my notes, by wordum, the pirate is sadistic shit. He's that loves to see the quotes. Watching beautiful things grow to hideous and miserable is the most entertaining thing ever. That's some wild mindset for a villain, by torturing the girl before torturing the princess, only to break her spirit. He even asked her, yo, you know what, girl? I will let you free one of them. He never said in what way. She chose, like, look, all right, I'm going to choose one of them. And then he chose that first person that she chose to free and torture her in front of them and make them into a monster, make them hideous, go from a beautiful creature to hideous. And he broke her spirit in that way. Like, yo, instead of you giving you the chance of freedom, I wanted you to have that one little fraction left so I could watch you get tortured by the person you gave the freedom to and get fucked mentally. And that's some sadistic shit. The way that she watched her planet get destroyed, that was some crazy shit. It reminded me, I don't know why, it reminded me of seeing like Planet Vegeta getting destroyed. And I believe our boy Kakrat's father, I'm joining Bardock, just watching his planet, Planet Vegeta get destroyed. Just seeing that happen, being a chance, it just kind of reminded me for a second. I love by the end of the episode 8, what happened in episode 7 connected, where Christina asked Liam that, hey, can you save me by killing me? Like, hey, can you end my suffering already? I'm done with this bullshit. But I love how Liam said, yo, you actually to save you, you have endured so much. Let me bring you back to life. You have stayed alive. You have endured all this. Let me bring you back from a monster to life. And by the end of episode 8, we saw that happen. She appreciated it. So knowing by episode 9 or the last few episodes, she's literally going to be head over heels over Liam, and knowing that he literally did this out of the wind, but also a kind of like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Like, hey, I brought you back to life. I did all this for you. Now you owe me the hugest favor of your life. You're in my debt. So I'm curious to see what's next for them, because I'm curious. It's just simple terms. I'm curious to see what it is, because what does Liam have in his grand scheme? So, like, for me, that's a good, interesting possibility for the Intergalactic Empire. Was a good solid episode still, solid 7. But other than that, for me, was the harem stuff. The jokes were there and everything. But I can't wait to see what else is going to be happening, because we don't have our Master Swordsman no more, since our boy Liam did become a Master Swordsman himself now.
Yeah, at the due time. He was...
Master Swordsman boy ran away because he's afraid.
Yeah, he's afraid. But you know what else you
What
cannot be
happened?
afraid of? You cannot be afraid of love. Because we're here for our rom-com section
Well,
of, to give our honorable mentions.
guess-
So, Neko, talk to us first. What's your honorable mentions?
honorable mention, eh? Well, for me, would be Witch Watch. I love Witch Watch. It was really fun. These last 2 episodes, like I mentioned, the YouTuber one last week was really funny. It was just, and it's funny mostly because of how in Japan, their content is so exaggerated. So seeing that in like in the episode was so funny because I watch Hane's streams, like when he streams like games. He's Tanjiro and all that, like all those voice characters. Like he streams, and his streams are so funny mostly because like he'll have like his guests like is subtitled, and then they're I guess icon, but then it'll like pop up on screen like exaggerated like in Japanese, like how they speak and stuff like that. It was just it's really formatted really differently from like, you know, the American streamers, so it's just really entertaining to see. So seeing Nico and Kanji like try to get their content more enjoyable for people, I was dying. And then Moe got more serious about it. He was like, guys, come on, we got it. I started editing it for you guys, come on, let's get it together. And he used their strengths, right? Nico's cute, and Kanji has great commentary. Like, he does really great commentary, so it really worked really well. And now this episode was all about Kanji. It was hilarious, but kind of sad at the end. When he was really slowed down with time, since he wanted to go really quickly and finish his part-time job. And I was like, whoa. He couldn't talk to them like usual. He had to really constrain himself and, like, probably get locked up, because for them it would be like 3 days, but for him it's like a whole month. It was so sad. I was like, my boy, he's so like extroverted, so seeing him all locked up in his room, like, so sad. But he was able to like conquer that and learn how to talk really slowly for them to understand him and stuff like that. Was so cute. But yeah, it just shows you how great of a guy Kanji is. Like, I don't know, I think we talked about that. We all had an impression that he would be like, I don't know, like the third wheel, which he is, but he's like a wingman at the same time, while also being a good friend. Like, he helped the dad with his kid with the superhero stage play. He was just a real one for that. He was like, nah, it's okay. You gotta show your son that you're the hero, right? Every boy's first hero is their dad. And I was like, oh, bro, Kanji, you a real one. Just really great episodes. Didn't go crazy with like maybe the comedy like that, but it just was really nice. I really liked this week's episode and last week's episode.
Nice, that's good to hear.
It's been great.
I haven't checked it out. I'm behind, but I will be cut up by next week for sure.
How dare you?
Super fast Kanji.
I'm gonna be in the same boat as Vash for once. I didn't see this episode. The previous episode, I'm gonna say, is the YouTube thing. Honestly, hand to God, it just reminded me of like a little bit of Off the Binge, like how we started, how we began. We're just, small beginnings gets to like great things in the future. But then like I just see them like, oh, like they quit after like 2-3 weeks of content. Like, oh yeah, I'm bored. Like most YouTubers. I promise you, that's not gonna be us. This train going all the way to the destination, which is gonna be to the big leagues. I promise us that. But I just saw that instantly. I was like, Bash, you need to watch it. Bash, you need to drop everything. Facts. If you didn't watch it, you need to watch it. This shit is literally like how you fucking start doing YouTube. It's just how it was dying on the inside for me. Like, damn, like, yeah. This episode though, I'll probably watch it most likely in the upcoming days. I apologize. I'll be more up to date next time. But life. But again, Witch Watch Me has not been like crazy. Honestly, I've been enjoying some moments, some episodes.
It makes it, not top priority. Makes sense.
Yeah. It's by no means like, oh my god, I'm glad I didn't watch in theaters. I'm enjoying it, but it's not like up there for me personally. I'm hoping it gets to a good point very soon though.
Well, isn't it perfect that it's a Sunday show though? Like, it's like the end of the week.
I watch some animes on Sundays. I'm sorry. Oh, I had to say, I work on Sundays. So when I get home, my time is literally spend time with the missus, spend time with my son, and then podcast night. Yep. So that's really my Sundays.
Yeah. Man, God, you got something to say?
Yeah, man, God, got any type of honorable mention?
Well, Aharen was fun.
Okay, that's a
It
good
was
one.
good fun. We had a
That's a
little
good
we had
shout
a
out.
beach episode. Yeah. No, I don't got anything for this week actually.
That's a nice shout out. That's a
Was
nice.
it the beach episode?
That's a nice,
Yeah.
simple, honorable mention. Straightforward.
I think it wasn't
nice
it
one
like
sentence.
Was it the park one, or am I confusing the two?
Did we watch the wrong one, bro? I think
Yeah,
it's
it
the
was
park
the-
one.
It was the beach
Let me double check.
episode,
I'm-
and then it was the park one, right?
Yeah, so the
it's
park was the
together.
newest one. Oh, was it together? I don't remember it being together.
Let me just
Either
double check.
way, the episode happened for me. I don't got
Oh, it was the
much.
Bush one. It was
I
the
don't got
Mm.
much to add
Mm.
for honorable mention. The only thing I want that I would mention is that I know Crash is gonna bring it up once I say it. The Shunji
No.
family had a great animation episode. I saw a few clips online. I have not seen the full episode because I'm behind since episode 5, so I haven't watched it. But the Shunji family had a great animation episode, so I know Crash is gonna bring it up before we get into our other 2 shows, right, Crash?
Yeah, talk about it, Crash.
I'm sorry. I'm going back to Aharen-san. It was a class trip, but they went to like bootlegged Walt Disney World.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We watched that.
Yeah,
Yes.
the park.
Oh, her beach episode.
Why'd you
I was
say
like,
beach?
no,
You said
Beach
yeah,
was
her
last
beach.
week.
That's
Beach was
no,
last
it
week.
can't
We
be.
gotta talk
But
about
again,
that
but
week,
again,
bro.
chat. Again, that's his opinion on what he wanted to mention.
Oh,
Why you guys
I
coming at
get it.
him for what he want to bring up?
I'm like, no, wait, there can't be. I'm like, am I bugging?
We gotta
out?
talk.
No,
We
Right.
gotta talk about 2 weeks. There's 2 weeks.
Yeah,
of
there's
stuff,
2
bro.
weeks that we missed because of how to flap cover week 7,
Put
so
it
we didn't mention.
together or something.
But that's
That-
what
that
he
was
did.
So confusing.
For him, yo, Grem, your man got no words. I understood where you're coming from. I understood you, boy. I got you.
Well, that's what you got to talk about last week's and this week's to catch up people too.
But you
'cause
don't-
if you mention one, people are going to be confused. So
You know what?
it's
That's
just-
fair. You know what? That's fair. Because I was talking.
Exactly. We had
I-
the whole episode. We had the episode where they kept going to the park over and over, and the girl kept finding the the younger version of Aharen, her little brother, then her then her little sister, and then like she was like looking up to them and shit. Like you gotta talk about what happened, bro. What's wrong with y'all?
I just remember the
Yeah.
last episode where the teacher was the goat, got in the car. He was,
That
she was
I remember,
telling,
yeah.
get in, I'm gonna drive you there. And then I swear to God, I started playing fucking Eurobeat music, and I just like play Initial D, just like her, like speeding her ass all the way. Like, don't worry, the train's late, but I'll to get you where you need to go. You'll get to your date on time. That was the
Hell
only thing.
yeah.
I don't remember what happened the week before that. I'm sorry. So I'm glad you guys caught me for that. There's Juju Family anime. So
He said, "Oh,
yeah, I have to
Oh,
remember
shit.
it because all I remember was her crying at the very end. Look, she sprained her ankle. Everyone was like, "Are you okay?" She lied like, "Yeah, no, I'm good." But then we see her crying in the corner like a little bitch. And then she goes and she's like, "You know what?" Like her brother was like, "No, don't worry. As a family, we're gonna get you to your destination. We're gonna make sure you make it, and you're gonna win the tournament." She gets to the tournament. She plays one match. They lose. And she's telling one, "Oh, I'm sorry, it's my fault." Everyone's like, it's good. We knew we were gonna lose." And then she starts crying in front of her brother like a bitch. So yeah,
oh God."
it was it touching, yes, and surprisingly, it was really high for me there. But like again, this week for me was very mid at best. So there
No
was
Bonnery,
contest, there was
L.
love. Yeah, no Bonnery, bro. What the fuck? I want Bonnery, bro.
Bonnery was driving, bro. She was there the whole episode.
No, I need her.
That teacher from Horizon was so much more better than this bitch, bro. How do you not know how to drive? You were so scared. Like, I need to focus. Don't fucking distract me. Yo, I can drive my eyes closed in this city of mine. You can't, lady. Come on, do better.
Yo, I
I'm
like how
sorry.
we're having
I have
beef
done it
with.
for her now. I'm not gonna.
You could drive with your eyes closed in Manhattan in the city. You drive your eyes closed.
Damn, not him catching.
I was
Clock it.
sleeping on the road. Oh shit! You know what? Maybe I should probably go my mouth because people.
Yeah, don't do it.
I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
not driving illegally, ladies and gentlemen, but you should probably drive safe and look both ways when you're driving.
Yes,
and that's-
yeah,
thank you
yeah.
very much.
Don't do
So-
it me and drive autopilot in the morning, fellas.
So let's get
Yeah,
on
yeah,
to
yeah.
our first segment of our rom-com. It's KOWLOON. Generic romance. We seem like we have some questions answered and maybe more questions to be answered. Maybe more answers that have been answered about our questions. Have we, guys?
I have mixed.
All I know,
opinions on it.
bro.
Why don't you guys go
All I
first?
know is that he slipped it in, bro.
bro.
He said, "I'm not
Bro.
going nowhere, girl." He said, "Come here, let me get them cheeks, bro."
Can we just say like, bravo? I'm happy. They finally did it. We didn't get to see nothing, but I'm finally happy. They finally fucking did
They got
it.
zesty.
No. There's no zesty. No. They finally did what it, bro. My boy said, I like you and I want you. He threw that bitch on the bed, gave her the best time of her life, and she's like, oh, time to go. And he like, where you going? Hell nah. Go back for the kiss, and next you know,
Bro
damn,
said,
round two.
Mortal Kombat, get over here.
Exactly, sir. Yes, sir.
Look,
Yeah.
both episodes were solid. For episode 7 and 8 were 8.5. Episode 7 was pretty interesting because for me, I would say Kudo and Gwen finally meet and discuss what has happened, which is the real you, to escape KOWLOON and leave this illusion once and for all. Wonder why Kudo is so determined to stay, and it isn't for Rico. We slowly start to find out it is. That is the reason why it's there. I forgot his name for the green hair guy, but I call him Snake Tongue Dude. I call him.
Sorry.
Yeah, I should call him Snake Tongue Dude. On my notes, was relieved that Gwen was not
The
wanting
zesty
to know the
motherfucker.
gender about him, so that was something that was caught him off guard, and that's what made Gwen very different. And by the end of the episode, Rico took her own life, is what being told, and we have the date. At the end of the episode, is being told that is August 30th, and right now we're told that summer is very hot. But then by episode 8, we say that when he grabs the arm, he grabs the arm of Rico, turning back to like, yo, baby mama, come here one more time. We're getting that round 2, baby girl. And then we see the phone saying July 1st. It switches from August 30th to July 1st. Yep. It went back in time. How we all feel about this?
I feel like I want to ask Grem a lot of questions because he probably understands better than me. But like, I just feel like a lot of people are like undermining the gene Terrier machine.
Oh hell no! Oh no! Hell yeah! So thing is, I feel like that is definitely one of the causes because in the conversation of the dark web, I assume that was the dark web what they were having conversation with, even though they were right next door to even though they were talking right next to door to each other. From my understanding, that is the generic Terra being the cause. Is the summer aspect of maybe the mist, like maybe the summer, the heat illusion that's causing that? Like I feel like it's like some type of Joker gas that like if you're around it, if you have to fight the right type of requirements, you could pass if you're high enough or know the thing is there of the generic Terra is causing it. Like I feel like it's very vague on what the process is, but also I believe of what Neko has told us over the past couple weeks that the anime is also cutting out some source material that we are not getting the full type of the full details, and that's why I'm not giving it like what probably could be a 10 out of 10 show, because I'm sure it could be, but with the vague cuts and not knowing the full type of details where we have to read it in between the line or watch some type of YouTubers or hear from our girl Neko and tell like, hey, this is what exactly is going on, in case it's a bit confusing, because it does get a bit more like underwhelming with like, wait, I'm feeling a bit left out on what is the exact type of details that is supposed to be represented.
Yeah, I think there's just a lot of information we don't have right now, right? Like, and I think that's the same in universe, right? People are trying to figure this out. They're trying to figure out the mechanics. They're trying to figure out why certain people can see it, because at this point in time, we don't know anything.
Yeah.
And she finally figured out one thing that's really weird. She's like, wait a second, it's been summer the whole time. It was never not summer in there, so maybe that has something to do with it. And I think it's obvious. I think it's plain as day that there's something going on with the generic Terra, but what exactly is it, right?
Yeah, because
is it like a mass hallucination device? Is it like
because
it like syncs to certain people with like certain brain waves? Like who knows?
You brought up something as well that about the generic Terra and the heat, because also during the conversation they kept talking about the pharmaceutical, that them being a cause of the demolition, and also that they were to blame, and also finding out of the snake tongue dude that he's also trying to do a revenge like this of what's being caused to Rico, what's going on with her. He's trying to find a way to kind of replicate this trauma and cause this revenge to his supposed to be father, from my understanding.
No, he's not trying to do what's happening to Reiko. He's trying to do what's happening to Kudo. He's trying to make basically the dad think that his brother's still alive and like have to go through that and like be confused and not know what's going on and be like with the brother, but the brother's not really there. Kind of like what's happening to Kudo, because the difference is Kudo knows that there's something fucky going on, but he has completely got to the point where he doesn't care.
Yeah.
He wants to be in the illusion. I think Kudo is so broken that he doesn't care. That he just wants that to be the truth. I also think maybe that's why, like, maybe he's healing a little bit, or maybe he's deluding himself further. Maybe that's where the like earthquakes are coming from, because it really seems like when stuff happens, I think it all like hinges on Kudo's like brain space, because I firmly believe that Kudo is the one in control of this area, whether he's conscious of it or not. That's what I think.
So you think Kudo is like the MacGuffin of this whole type of generic terror?
I don't think that I think the generic terror is the MacGuffin.
Okay.
I think he is the mastermind, whether he knows it or not.
That'd be interesting. Hey, Neko, have any thoughts about this? Because I know that you said that you read the manga or know of it. Have any thoughts or want to add any shine to these conversations?
Mostly, yeah. Like, I guess it's very obvious that Kujo is in some way or form connected to this. But it's really interesting because in the manga it seems like even Reiko though, because like that's why this episode, like I think these last few episodes would have shown a lot more of past Reiko, and it's very interesting because it seems like because she didn't want anything to change, and she was leading up to her suicide, she was asking the doctor, like, hey, can you give me some extra pills? Because I've been busy with work. I need these pills. And the doctor was like, are you sure? Because you really don't need them. You seem happy with Kudo. So why? Okay, I guess. And that's why last episode would have shown what was in this episode where he talks to Reiko. He's like, hey, wait, what's this prescription about? She's like, well, I always been needing these. And he's like, well, you know what? I got you. I'll just make your a night fun, so we don't even gotta worry about this no more. I'll rock your world, basically. She's like, nah, we cool. And it's just, I don't know. It's something there with Reiko. Like, I do think Kudo's like the big like part of this, but Reiko, I feel like something happened with her, or she did that. She was able to retain something here, because she has like these dark moments. You see, like even with her relationship with Kudo. And that's why Gwen kind of like even clocks it, that like a lot of the times it's like, nah, something wrong with your girl. I don't know, like she's there, but something else. So there's so many interesting things with past Reiko that I'm so curious how we're going to include it in here. Because I've come to like accept the point that the anime is like the surface level of all the mystery and everything. Yeah. Because of course this is supposed to go in hand with the live action, so the live action is probably going to have all that stuff. And so I don't know, there's a lot of like everyone was saying, there's a lot of good theories with a lot of this stuff. And yeah, there was another thing that was mentioned in the manga that was really interesting. So it was like, I'm thinking too, is there parallel worlds to some stuff of this, or like it gets even more confusing the more you read it while I'm watching the anime. I'm like, oh my god, like what is this world basically? Bro,
if they bring parallel world into this, or like alternate reality, I'm like, all right, y'all doing too much now. Yeah, just gonna incorporate this whole other type of storyline lore now. Nah, yeah, doing too much.
But yeah, I think that. But you know what? Because I was looking into it because I was like, there's just no way. And I guess yeah, like the anime, the manga, and the live action are all gonna have different endings. Because I was like, no way you're gonna try to make the ending of this series all have maybe one storyline when there's like a lot of info that you're just not adding. So it makes sense if what they're going with the story for the anime is gonna end in some different way. It makes sense because I'm like, yeah, I'm really interested how different the author is going to make these endings. Like, oh, is Kuro going to be the problem for one of them? Is Reiko going to be a problem for the manga? Like, there's a lot of interesting things I'm excited to see in the future. But for right now, with Yaume looking more into the world and our girl having a midlife crisis and Kuro in his dark, like, he's just accepting this reality and not healing, right? Like, he's definitely not healing because he's like, accepting it. And I think this was like the last straw, really, of him, like kind of accepting, like, oh, I'm going to kind of use this girl as like a replacement, which is so sad. So it's like you want to root for this, but it's just a sad story, to be honest. It's like, ugh, it's messy. So yeah, and also another interesting thing that Xiaohei, we got the reveal of that this episode. The real life version of Xiaohei is actually a dude. You find out that he had a growth spurt, and that's the Xiaohei we know, the little girl with her Larita fashion. She's actually a guy, my bad. So that was really cool to see him. Xiaohei, the girl with
the one with the mask that's actually helping out the father of Miyuki.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sorry. It's funny because literally what you're saying, I'm asking the wrong questions to the wrong person. Because I realistically, I was gonna show my perspective to Gremlin because he sees things more better than me, but I should have been asking you all along because now, honestly, I have nothing to say.
Reads it, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, I know you pay more attention to the anime than me because 2 weeks ago you were talking about it and you were saying like to pay attention more on certain things, and I was honestly keeping the details. So my mentality is more of that last time. But for you specifically, Neko, right? I had wrote this to Gremlin on Discord, then I deleted it. So my question to you, right?
What's up?
Since you brought it up, do you think the game is already rigged? Do you think Kujar B is kind of so my theory is you're saying everything correctly. Like there's more to her than she leads on. But now I'm thinking she's the one who's kind of like connected also with like the pharmaceutical company, like meeting Kudo, all that. Like she's doing all this for reason to kind of create this scenario.
Well, he's dead.
Yes, but we're talking about past, like to make kind of like the whole, the second KOWLOON and all that like happen and everything with.
Do you think she's the thing that brings everything together?
I have a theory. It could be. I'm really reaching because again, like it's claimed that she died through an overdose, but that's what they put on paper. It's not for sure. So we honestly like don't know how she really died.
We don't know.
It's just implied. It's just implied that she died through overdose. That's what it said. But can we really believe that? It's not. My thing with that is like, if you don't physically show me that that's how it happened, I'm not gonna believe it. Especially when with a big mystery like this, it's just too good to be true. Like
especially when Kudo says that it was his fault, right?
Well, he's saying it's his fault mostly because he's like he feels like, oh, I didn't help her get off that pills.
Okay.
Yeah, he's going off. Yeah,
I really don't know. I'm just theorizing. Really.
Also, I'd like to say the concept. I love how Gwen in the beginning, or I believe in the beginning of episode 8, it was pretty fascinating knowing the concept of saying so fucking interesting. What's not able to exist is existing, but able to exist in a non-existing place, an illusion to others, but able to interact. Like that concept of him, like just knowing that. It's mindful because he is trying to wrap your brain around it into what could be and not be. Like I was even trying to process like interesting. Because like I was trying to cope with the ideology of like Kujavi, like me as not a manga reader. I can't watch the fucking live action from Japan because I don't have the VPN or access to that. So when it comes to that, it's like, okay, how can Kuja B exist where she cannot leave the town, but she could still touch other people, interact with them,
That's
still
Kujira
live.
A.
Yeah, sorry, Kujira B.
No, Kujira A.
So just call the Kujirai the one we know and Reiko the past.
Yeah,
Because that's what they
yeah.
usually
Yeah.
say.
Right. Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Kujira, like,
Um,
how can she still be? And I love how Glenn was questioning himself in a way that
Hmm.
made us, the audience, question too, trying to figure it out.
No, like Grim was saying, I think the characters are just as confused, and that's what works really well with the series. Is that it's just all slowly but surely getting more questionable. And like this episode was mentioning the book, she was mentioning because I think me and Grim were talking about it, and he was like, "Oh, it's clearly the book is a connection to Kudo," but each time now in the manga is making it seem like it was her connection, like she just keeps talking about it like, oh, it's not like I'm not the type to read the book, and she's only read half of it. And it's like a lot of things that past Reiko did is even still reflecting in our current girl. So it's like I think I understand what Crash is saying, like where he thinks like, oh, she's just a big part of this too, and she's probably wanted this to happen because she just doesn't like things to change. And like it's been like talked about that she was there until the last moment of the demolition because she didn't want things to change, right? So she probably offed herself because she didn't want things to change. She was just like, I love this place. My family was here, and I don't want to leave.
You're not wrong with that. That could be a part of it. What I was thinking more than anything was, I think she's in with the pharmaceutical company. Like she's like low key, like they put her in there. Right?
Oh, she's alive in there.
Kind of like
Oh,
I'm
okay.
saying like they brought her, right? Like it's like a
Mm-mm.
it could have been anybody, but like, oh, let's bring this girl because she has like she's from KOWLOON, whatever, right? Like she's gonna be there. She's gonna be like the basis for how Jean Terrio. I'm sorry, saying the name.
Oh.
He's what's putting it all together, right? So then, but you also need to bring another piece to it. So you bring in Kudo, and it's like, oh yeah, I was transferred from Hong Kong to here. So and then like it just coincidentally we work in the same spot. I think she's cute.
Oh,
She initiated the kids. She's literally making all these events happen, right, for the device to work. The whole thing, and that's why he's always gonna assume like it's his fault about her death. When in reality, it's like we don't know if she's alive, but like that's what's triggering the whole thing. I would assume it's a big theory. I'm really reaching because I really don't know, but
Okay,
that's
why did
not only logical. It's too early to say. I think it was a ruse to make the device work for Kudo because you're like a lot of people are saying that it's Kudo's what's making the thing work, but realistically, what really made it work? Her death. But is she really dead, or was it a means to make the device work? That's my thing. And then, sure, she's dead. Then why is Reiko, like the current one, Reiko, sorry, here, like now, like why is there a clone? Maybe it's just to not make like Kudo like his sanity not break or something like that. Because like I'm not trying to bring Assassin's Creed to this, but like if you don't want to go fucking crazy, you want to at least have your mind like synchronized, like just straight, like like okay, you're not like, oh, I can't control my head, and then like the whole situation, the whole scenario destabilizes you. At least want to keep it in a way where you're 100% like, okay, like the memory is still going through. I remember KOWLOON because of the smells and everything like that. But then you got this thing where it's like you got new places that comes up and then goes away completely.
Yeah. Yep.
Maybe that's a part of like a memory, like you have like the when you have nostalgia where you smell something or you taste something, you like you remember it from somewhere in your childhood but you just don't know where, but you kind of it just that in your memory from somewhere, and that's probably what those new spots are. You have the earthquakes, which is probably just like regressed or like maybe traumatizing moments where it's just really hurting you internally. I don't know, I just feel like this whole scenario thing is like a part of his mind, but maybe I'm wrong and I'm just overthinking it or just looking too deep into it. I don't know. But I just feel like Reiko B is definitely, she is more than she lets on. I don't think she is as sweet or more of like a chill person as she is. She has a lot of secrets. She definitely is doing something behind the scenes and we don't know it yet. And I can't wait to find out if I'm right or not.
Mm-hmm.
The last two things I would like to mention that we see examples of people in the city of Hong Kong around the area that doesn't still think that the place exists. We have the old man that has his own speculation, but but remember he used to be in Kowloon, but then he got brought in, and his doppelganger disappeared. So now we know that like he still remembers, he still has that fragment of thinking that it still exists. So it's pretty interesting when it comes to those type of fragments for Kowloon. Other than that, KOWLOON, can't wait for us to continue to talk about it because we have 4 more episodes left, I believe. So it's gonna be pretty exciting how this ends.
Yeah. It's 13 episodes, right?
12 episodes.
Yes.
12, yes, 12.
Yeah.
Is it 12? Oh, shit.
It's 13, I thought, no? It is 12?
I'm about to check
wow.
right now.
No, it is 13. It is 13. You have 5
Yeah,
more.
I'd
actually.
say.
We have 5 more.
13, yes, 13.
Mhm.
So yes, 5 more
Yeah,
episodes.
more. We still
Five.
got a little bit more to go on. We still got some time.
I will say, I love the Xiaohei that we met this episode, so I wish I could see more of him. He's so great.
Yeah. Other than that, let's get straight into our next one. Can a boy-girl friendship survive? Because they really fucking can.
About it.
All right, no, it's now 100% where I gotta talk to Grem in real talk. Like,
Yeah, I'm out of
felt
this.
about the episode because I'm still kind of torn. Like, I liked it, but at the same time, I didn't like it, and I'm just like, the brother's the only thing fucking keeping me watching this ad. Like, he's just spitting so much facts, and I'm just
Yeah,
like, thank you for
yeah.
being the voice of reason, because you are the GOAT carrying. He is the GOAT carrying this anime, 110%. The MC, I'm sick of. I'm tired of this blue-haired girl, and I'm rooting for Rin, but I know she's not going to win, and I'm just like, bro, like, what the fuck is the point of me watching this shit? Like, realistically, like, Graham, please convince me, please save me from this torment. Why should I keep watching this, please?
Because it's good, bro.
You're so toxic. Okay, we keep going all the way to episode 12, baby.
Hell yeah. No, I mean, these episodes were alright. See, we see more like how immature they both are, and that like they can't express themselves well, and that's why there's such like disconnect between the two. Because at the end of the day, she was right with everything she said. She just said it in the wrong way. And Rin said it in the correct way, but like was too soft on him. And that's why it kind of they need the balance, right? It needs to be both. Like you can't be too soft and you can't be too hard on him. But like he does kind of need to grow up, right? So like yeah, bad shit happened and it's a bummer. But like you need to get off your ass and keep doing it. Like this is something you want to do, right? And then also we learned the other way around that he feels bad because he didn't care. Like he didn't really feel bad. He didn't care, and that's why he felt bad, because he thought he should have cared more. And he kind of realized that he's only been doing this at this point because he wants to show off for her. And so it's like it's just a whole mess of toxicity, and it's not even all his fault. It's not even all her fault. It's just that they don't talk. And you know what, guys? It's been a couple weeks, but like we've been mentioning this, all throughout Honey Lemon Soda, bro. They just need to talk. Communication is key, and we're still there. Communication is key, and they don't know how to do it. But that's fair. They're high school kids, and you got to give them a little bit of leeway. But like, damn, boys, y'all gotta talk. Y'all gotta talk for real. Y'all gotta stop with this bullshit. Like, you can't always have an escape. Nah, it's not even toxicity. It's just that she's too afraid, so she has her escape strategy, and he doesn't believe her anymore. It's like, bro, she called Wolf too many times. He doesn't care anymore.
Yeah,
and it's like you gotta speak. Like, you gotta actually like put it out there. Be like, bro, you gotta pull a Mar in and go like, bro, I'm in love with you. Like, you the one, bro.
Okay.
Like, you're the one that I want.
That's
You're
crazy. They still ain't gonna be dating by the end of this. And Honey Lemon.
You really think they're gonna be dating by the end of this?
No, I said they're not.
Oh, okay. I was about to say you're so delusional. There's no way. I personally just can't like. The only way this gets any better of a story is if they throw in another girl, and even then, if they do that,
brother, that's even no. That's more messy.
You gotta make it worse.
It's just more
yes,
messy.
that would make it worse.
It's just you like. I have never. I've seen a lot of rom-coms in my
See,
time.
how do you guys like telenovelas and you don't like this shit, bro?
It's because it's not juicy like telenovelas. It's different. No, you don't understand.
I will tell you this. I have personally been in that situation. Like
that's my cousin. My cousin died and came back and fucking is in the hospital and you didn't see it.
No.
But actually, that was all a lie because it was me.
But that's what I'm saying. If even in the series, they're telling the characters stop being in telenovelas, it's like everyone's just being a dumbass, and it's great. Yeah. But even if the series is telling the main characters get together, talk. That shows you how trash it is, and they trash.
Yeah. That's why Honey Lemon Soda was trash. Don't come at me.
They talked at least. They talked at least.
Showed it.
Nah. They talked at least. That is crazy. And they got together by the end, doing way more better.
Bro, Vigilantes was peak, guys.
No, it was not. No, it was not.
This episode was mid. I was so disappointed. I was expecting heat. You don't understand. I was expecting so much.
His different heat is different from mine. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah.
I was expecting some romantic shit.
You're
this
funny,
was the most wholesome ass mid episode I have seen. All I fucking learned from Vigilantes, right, was okay, she is a walking lie detector, and this man almost fell for the traps.
No, he didn't.
No, I'm not the crueler. He's the crawler.
Yeah, he's the crawler.
Yeah.
I was like, 4D chess, yes sir.
You don't accept that name, bro.
4D chess. He didn't know. He's just answering honestly. Homeboy's honest. Y'all just say honest, bro. That's the problem with y'all. Look,
yeah,
good. But it was great. It was a good episode.
It was okay.
Next episode.
It was exactly because we get to see some interesting things.
I want Pop Step to be fucking throwing the hands with his hand. Don't touch your mom, man. Don't touch your mom, boy. That's my boy. Yo, hands off. I want to see smoke. If I don't see smoke, I at least want to see Knuckle just throwing some hands with somebody else, please. Because if I'm not getting one, I gotta get the other.
But I think this episode was good because it's like it did go into just like the origins of like a lot of that stuff, like the Vigilantes and like just all that history and just even the cool illustrations, right? With like I think those were like real comic artists, which that was really cool to see. I think so. I think people were talking about. I usually Nate really covers me with this, so I forget. But I think that was real comic artists that they had in the episode, so that was awesome. You know, that was I bet like the author was really happy about that, so that was cool. But really good episode. I did like the character a lot. Like she was definitely interested in our boy, but he was just like he was like, oh yeah, she wouldn't be
interested. So interested.
But he's like cool though. He's a vibe. But yeah, anyways, he was cool too. We get to see more of the detective too, and finding out that's like his little sister. That was cool. But yeah, it was a good episode overall. It wasn't like crazy, but this was great. Like the Stain and like Ida Brothers episode are still one of the tops for me. Sure. But this one was all right. So I'm excited to see where we go from here. But it was great. I didn't hate it. It's just it was not that heat as last episodes.
You want to talk about heat episodes I would like to jump. That came out of nowhere. What's up?
Wait, no.
I'm about to say, thank you very much. I wasn't here for, Kinderboy girlfriendship, so I'm okay that I skipped that. No, all good. We could talk about more next week. Not much happened, and, fuck that drama and shit. I could drop it like I don't give a fuck about it. But
yes, sir.
What it is, my hero Vigilantes, I'm glad that I came back for this conversation because I binge episode 2 to 7 within 2 days or 1 day, I believe. Good binge. By the way, the dub is very good, easy to go through. I highly recommend if you are not watching this, if you're not watching the dub, if you want to watch the dub and do a quick workout or do other stuff like I do sometimes, go do it. It's really good. The reaction toward the people of the crawler was hilarious. I love how the girl tried to use her power and try to see, are you the crueler? He's like, no, because you technically ask him the wrong hero name if you say, are you the crawler? Then he'll be like, yes. So technically you would have caught him lying. But since you ask him if you're the cooler, he was like, fuck no, I'm not that dude. Why would I be that fucking weird, creepy person? I'm not that him. So it's understandable him to respond like that. I love that we saw a bit of Stain before he became Stain, the villain or the vigilante, depending on the perspective. his backstory about Justin and how he always see a narrow-minded vision of All Might and how he embodies the ideal and twisted it into his own type of justice, and it could be seen as a villainous way. Kochi definitely has the grit and guts to do what he's doing, and has been for the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man is where he kind of gives me the vibe. Like with Kochi, he kind of gives me a more of the grounded, like Daredevil, Spider-Man type of grounded type of hero. Where Deku was like the Spider-Man inspired or like the Superman inspired of what was for My Hero Academia, like him inspired from the Western comics. But for My Hero Vigilantes, I love how we get more of the backstory of Vigilantes and get like the chapter in the college trying to know like how to study, know the actual backstory. And I love how the college girl said, well, on paper it shows that this what happened, but if you think about it this way, what was not actually documented, this is what could be perceived that happened. I really love that analogy because it makes you question what's real and what's not real, what is being said by the perspective, by the propaganda, like knowing that, hey, this was documented, but was it because this is the actual truth, or is this what the heroes or the good people or the people that were the winners want you to believe and want you to see only one side, not the actual full story? So I love how she kind of portrayed that for him to actually have an understanding of what the vigilante aspect is as well, since he is one, and since he could have been a hero behind the Ida's brother agency, but since he kind of saw him as a vigilante, you have a different job, you can't join my agency since you have a different job going for yourself right now. So it was a good binge. Those were my quick highlights of going on. Pink Hair, aka Popstar, has a crush on Kochi, but she is the one who screwed up his chance of being a hero. But he doesn't know. But he doesn't know that. She wants to tell him and make it up for him in some way. It's kind of cute to see that, but she doesn't know how to. I believe she's in high school, but seeing her type of wardrobe, attire, so I assume she's in the age of 14 to 17. My assumption. I don't know.
Second year high school, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but
so if that's the case, that means she's probably like a good 15, 16 in my guess.
16, I would assume, yeah.
Yeah, because if
I
mean,
do I really want to look it up? Not really, but yeah, I can find out real quick. But yes, I want to say she's 100%.
Yeah, my guess that she's about 15, 16 is my guess, because when you're a senior, you're usually between 16 and 17 in the third year of high school in Japan. So makes sense in that aspect. Because Kochi, I believe he's 18 I believe he's in second year, right? He's in second year of college.
Yeah, 18, 19.
Yeah. So it makes sense in that cute dynamic, knowing that they have grown. I love how these motherfuckers be going to his crib like they own the place. Like girl pop star literally was just reading his magazine and got mad that girl brought a girl over. Like why you here, bitch? I'm like, the question is, why are you here? You're in his crib.
Like that's my place.
Like this is his place. Why are you in his place, and why you mad that he brought a girl?
Literally.
Bro,
I thought they would do some spicy shit, and it was like, just straight study. I'm like, bro, come on.
You need to
stop. Changes be just a little fucking spicy, bro.
You knew this girl was gonna go in there just for the source. She's not like, I don't give a. The thing is, remember how she introduced herself? She literally said, "Hey, how you doing? I know this is about you, and I know that you have this horrible nickname that you brought people in the wrong building and everything. But hey, I still want to conduct a business proposal. I scratch your back, you scratch my back. I help you in study. You help me in my questions."
What did she's a real one though.
Girl went straight to the business point. Girl gave a fuck. She like, yo, I got this business proposal. Let's talk. That's it. Straight to the point.
I will just say I try to find the age. It doesn't say it, but it does say her birthday. Shout out to Pop Step. Her birthday's on May 28th, which will be this Wednesday. So the episode drops Monday. But shout out to her. You're a Gemini, just like my brother and my dad. Shout out to Pop Step. Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
Yes, happy birthday to Pop Step for that. We will give a shout out from social media for down then. Gremlin, you had some comments as well for our show Vigilantes.
He started it from what I remember.
Yeah, it's really good. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, him like going through and doing the interviews with all the people was a lot of fun. But at the end of the day,
yeah, that was so funny when they kept bringing up her ass. That's crazy.
yeah, they just keep talking about her ass, bro. Like that's all they care about her for. It's like, man,
Crazy.
they're scared of one dude. They think one of them's creepy, and they just want the other girl to show more ass. It's like that's crazy work, bro.
But isn't it ironic too that like even with IRL us, people were complaining that her ass isn't as like shown from the manga, so that's kind of funny to be honest. Because you know people, yeah. If you know, you know.
What I was gonna do is I was gonna say, yo, hear me out, boys. Is it just me or was YAIBA actually lit?
Oh, now you on the YAIBA train, huh? You know what?
It was a good episode, bro. It was a good episode, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Start it off.
Nah, YAIBA was really good. We had a good episode of YAIBA. YAIBA went back in time. YAIBA started messing with the timeline. He started disappearing a la freaking Back to the Future. And then he made it back, and he actually used his sword. He used his fucking sword, boys. He's not spinning it around like an idiot. He's using it. Guys, he learned how to fight with a sword. Oh my god. He learned the essence of being a samurai. No, it was really good, genuinely. It was a really good fucking episode. What do y'all got to say?
I don't have no honorable mention since I did not watch Fire Force with Wonka this past week because for those that don't know, it's Memorial Weekend. So scheduling just got fucked up, and also my wife's graduation. So things we didn't watch Fire Force and One Piece, so I have no other type of honorable mention. I don't know if you guys want to mention anything Lazarus or anything else before we move on to our main show, To Be Hero, and then our last thing, top 10. So if we don't have nothing to talk about, we can move on to one last YAIBA, sorry. Go more YAIBA then. Go ahead. I got nothing else.
It's just, you know. Yeah, okay. I mean, Crash, well, you know what? We'll just talk about YAIBA. Okay, anyways. YAIBA was really great this episode. Even last week was really cool. I was really excited. I to be honest, just didn't expect him to go in time. And also, it was just funny because our boys was talking about like who was like more handsome back in the day. And then we saw our boy, and I was like, wait, hold up. Why he looking?
Why you kind of look like YAIBA's dad, bro?
Or, right? Like, or something. I was like, shit. Like, you look fine. I was like, why? And now you older and you just a pervert? Like, well, he's been a pervert, funny enough. He just likes to act cool back in the day. But anyways, yeah, it was a really good episode. YAIBA, like you said, actually using the sword was so really cool. When him controlling the Oni in that sword was so cool. I was like, let's go, brother. Let's go. But also,
I was more impressed that he could use it normally instead of spinning it around like an idiot.
But spinning it is pretty useful. But like in this case, right, it wouldn't work because Kojiro got that stretchy sword, so it ain't gonna work like that. So, and then also, of course, just the art going crazy. But I did like the dynamic with him. I forget his name, to be honest. Nate would have killed me if I didn't know his name. I forgot his name.
Who?
Our master. Our master. But yeah, our master, like they actually had a good dynamic back then. And he actually did teach YAIBA some really good stuff. Like you know.
Mamoru Masayushi. I don't know.
No, I know. Me too. Nate would kill us. But anyways,
whatever.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, I really did like the OG dynamic between them because he did learn and he was able to hone the sword, and that was really cool. And then we, you know, funny enough, we got a new character, the Kojiro guy. He was another really famous sword master. So now we have him in the mix, and he, to be honest, he's just a chill guy, but also he's just trying to defeat our master because of what happened back in the day. So hopefully we can probably get him on our team, like, because he don't need to be the owner.
Bro, they hit him with the mirror on the wall. Who's the best swordsman of them all?
Literally, Exactly. And he
Oh,
was
damn.
like, "Huh, that kid?" And even though it wasn't real, I was like, "Damn, y'all really gotta rile him up like that?" All right.
And then you
Now he
got
has-
Onimaru, like,
Onimaru
what the
feeling
fuck are you
ticked.
saying? Even as a joke, nigga, nah.
Yes,
You can't do that, bro.
I
That's
was like,
me.
I was like, "Come on, Onimaru, he was helping you. Why are you on his?" Like he was helping you. But yeah, it's a really good episode. I'm happy you enjoyed it. But yeah, it was really good. That was a good, really episode, dude. I hope Nate enjoys it because it was great. That was
Bro,
really fun.
I gotta throw this in there. Lazarus was dope.
Oh, that new episode? Talk about it.
Yeah, Lazarus was good, man. We got an episode learning about how our girl's like ex-KGB. You know, she out there. She Russian special forces.
Yes, sir,
She-
baby.
she Russian special forces. Yeah, she's Russian special forces. She was fucking her handler. She was getting all down and dirty. Then she quote unquote she died. No, she actually did. She died in the hospital,
Yes.
and then she like
Yeah.
she came back and she like, oh shit, I could leave now. And she dipped out, and her girlfriend went too pleased. Like, really, you left me? He's like, but I couldn't leave with you. Like, I had a way out. You didn't. Like I didn't want you to get in trouble, you know, like, and then she gets shot and it's sad.
Yeah.
Damn, that sucks.
Like I will say these episodes focusing on the different characters and their backstory has been great. But again, like we've been talking about, bro, it's 12 days left, bro.
Like,
Like,
can
we
yeah,
gotta
like,
find this, we
like,
gotta find this.
can we go back to
what?
like, can we go back to the A plot? The A plot needs to be focused on. There's 10 days
Oh my
before a worldwide
Right.
like genocide.
Yo.
You got what, eight, 9, like 4 or 5 episodes left on this anime? Like, you guys just generally are gonna fumble the bag? Really?
Yo.
Like,
Oh, you know what? Hey, the EE
Yo.
shows us, bro. They're all dead on the ground.
That is
We
true.
should've
That is
expected
true.
it.
That
We
is
should've
true.
expected it, honestly.
better for me.
Hey, so honestly, but great episode to me. Look,
It
at
was-
this
it
point,
was good.
I think we're all just wanting to see the end, and it's going to be funny or just sad. I don't know.
It don't sound that excited because you guys just be like, yeah, good episode, good character work, and then let's move on to what the last segment before we get into our top 10, the show
Lucky
that we
San
actually
is so
care about,
cute.
To Be a Hero X.
Lucky San is so cute, bro. Why is she so adorable?
I know where this is going, and my heart, I'm not ready for it. I know what's gonna go down, and I'm just like,
So
fuck,
look,
here
so
we go,
one-
another roller coaster.
So
of
one, we do
emotions.
have to tell the audience because we need to talk about the ending of episode 6, the arc of Iso, and episode 7. So we need to do a double feature. So let's go quick. Episode 6, Iso, the OG, has died. Iso, the new gen, has lived and he has taken over the spot. The merge of both fandom, he has gained the power of them. Great fight, great animation. To me, it was fucking beautiful. The lightning flash reminded me of the Sasuke Chidori of the dragon of his that he does as well. So kind of reminded me a bit of the lightning flash of his.
It's called Kieran.
Kieran, yeah, I forgot. That's why I said the Chidori like dragon. But thank you for the exact name, Kieran. What was pretty interesting to know that the motherfucking guy got me tight. Who are you? What's your connection? Because you literally was the same dude.
Oh, Unk?
Yeah, uncle.
Unk?
Bro, get me
Oh,
tight. Yo, I knew by the time I saw I believe I took a screenshot. I posted it on our thread. Once I saw this man was moving boxes, I'm like, nope. I don't trust this man. I literally paused it. I was watching on the train with wifey, and I was like, I don't trust this man. I was so mad at my screen that I literally paused it for like a good minute to like, I don't trust this man. I know something's gonna happen. And by the end, when this man was walking out with him, the elevator, we saw the flashback of this man telling him, if you want to get your brother alive, you finish the job. I'm like, wait a minute, huh? And then after they supposedly did finish the job, he put them inside the
Fucked up,
fucking
bro.
cement. Bro.
Bro, fucked up.
Well, they didn't finish the job. They failed. That's
Oh,
why
yeah.
he killed them.
Yeah, they failed. I was gonna say they supposedly think they did the job, but then they actually failed. They killed the wrong person, and they died inside the cement. Yeah, But my question is
Plus,
to
they
Graham.
killed, he killed them too just to cover his tracks. Like that was also the case because he's killed the other people too that he had helping him.
Yeah. But Graham,
Yeah.
my question is to you. I know you hated Esau. Not by the end of this
Still
arc.
do.
You still do hate Esau? Okay, cool. So you do still hate Esau.
I think I just for me I don't like I just feel sad like I do still like
No, he
I'm very
deserved to get
confused.
used. He deserved
Why?
to get used.
Like he
Big
did
ups to
such
my
a
man
move.
for manipulating the whole situation. Fuck Esau. Fuck his old fucking peerage. Fuck
But-
everyone that likes him.
But he doesn't
should
know
be
what he's
dead.
doing. And maybe Unc is the one that's brainwashing him.
He did know. He actively made the choice to turn his back on his girl and go murder a motherfucker. He made that choice.
That is true. He did choose to fight instead of go to a concert of our girl Cyan. Yeah, you're right. She did.
I mean, it's all.
And how could you not go to Lucky Cyan's concert, bro?
That's
She's so
it.
cute.
I think too. It's sad when you find out like he
It's
did
not
hesitate
sad. He
for a
deserved it.
second. So like that's
deserved
probably
it.
why it fueled his like kind of like guilt and hatred for what everything that happened to him for him to
deserved
not go with our girl. So it's I don't know. He's a really tragic character and probably the most
Not
darkest
tragic.
ones
He's a-
that
This is a comedy
you-
character.
we're
You love it.
probably like are going to deal with because from here on I believe like we probably won't get them as like bad as we did with Esau because it's like I mean we're gonna see them in the future, right?
Yeah.
And like he's probably gonna carry more of a weight than they have. Of course, like you know we're gonna find out. But like yeah, I think he's just a good foil to Ling Ling because for him
He's
he
proof.
did go more of a darker path than Ling Ling. Ling Ling at least kind of like beat the system and he was able to be his own person while
Yeah,
and
Ling Ling,
not
good
being
character.
nice.
Esau,
But-
bad character. You know.
Esau didn't like he did take in the name Esau, but he didn't do like our OG Esau did where he didn't like get consumed by the system. He didn't worry about ranks and all that, which was really cool to me. I really did like that symbolism and I do wonder if we could probably maybe find a way to free him, Ling Ling maybe stalk his ass and maybe find a way. So
Kill him. Murder
that
him.
would be
Anyway,
really interesting to see.
Crash, have any thoughts of Esau in this arc that ended before we move on to our girl Lucky Cyan?
I'm gonna just say real quick, on the fence between both Grem's perspective and Neko's perspective. I'm very torn because I see on one hand a boy who unfortunately
He deserved it.
had to go through hell. He
Yeah.
had power and he
Deserved.
chose to stay with power. And on the other hand, I see a man who had the decision to have it all, a girl that generally liked him back, people who had his back no matter what, as long as he chose the right path. But
Yeah.
through and through the decisions he made, he chose every worst decisions he could possibly make because he doubted himself, because he believed that he wasn't good enough, and that ultimately made him into the person that he was. Whether or not you want to say he is a hero is very
No,
debatable.
he's not.
Say one person
He's just a
doesn't
bad
make you
person.
a hero forever. But you know, that is a great story nonetheless. I cannot deny they were cooking up a goddamn gourmet meal. That whether he's great, whether he's trash, I give a fuck about.
Trash.
What I will say is that story was phenomenal. I did not stop looking at it. Every time a new episode came out, I want to see it. Great, cool. I'm not disappointed. Now we skip that shit and now we're going on to the next hero, the next person that we all know and very familiar with. Lucky Cyan. And all I will say real quick is I know where this is gonna go.
Okay,
We're
so
gonna
what's your
see a
theory?
boy. Yeah, I think it's gonna be another situation. Like another situation. Boy meets girl. Boy kind of like, you know, like sticks together with girls. Not Romeo and Juliet, not Bonnie and Clyde, but kind of like, you know, like they help each other out in their own ways. It's like yin and yang because, you know, he's bad luck, she's good luck, whatever, right? But I feel like it's gonna get to a point where, you know, he becomes kind of generally evil and she becomes generally good because she wants nothing to do with being a hero whatsoever. She just wants to be a normal girl. And
Yeah.
I get that. Some people don't want that responsibility when they have powers. But unfortunately, when you have those powers, you have to have the responsibility. You can't just give them up. It's just how it is. We don't wish these things on people. We don't, you know, want to have it. But when you do, you have to do the right thing with these powers. And for her, unfortunately, her generosity, her luck, her you know, well-being of giving good luck to people has been misused. And I feel so bad about that because it's like, The director threw me in the first half. I'm not gonna lie. At first I was like,
Yeah.
"You're too good to be nice. There's just no way." And for a moment I was like, "Oh, you're giving good." You know what? I will admit, I did believe the religious aspect for a moment. I was like, "Damn, he actually went the fucking religious route." I'm like, "Damn, I actually fell for the traps." I was like, "You know what? He's giving goodwill to people they believe." I was like, "Damn, you know what? This man, I like where he's going with." And then at the very end, to see him like he actually has powers. He's like, "You're not going goddamn anywhere. I need you to become the best hero so everyone can acknowledge me." I'm like,
Bro, that's a cult.
Man,
That's a cult.
Yeah, that's a cult.
That's not even religion. That's a cult.
Yeah, no, bro. Like the minute you saw the switch up of him being like a hypocrite, say, "Hey, if people use you, just let me know," and then he's like, "Well,
Bro,
merchandise of you, let's go."
I will just say,
bro came out like a final boss walking out with some octopus fucking
down.
be like, "You cannot leave. I am. This is my birdcage for you. You're not gonna leave, you little bitch."
Yeah,
you know,
crazy.
and just having all those fucking tentacles around here, like, "I'm gonna hurt you myself." I'm like, wait, but isn't the job that you're supposed to protect her, have her as your protege, have her as your fucking queen, as your god?
No.
You're about to murder her? I'm confused. What are you about to do, my guy?
I'll just say these last two things. I saw the song coming. You can't just play, like Latin, church music, whatever. I was just waiting for the beat to drop.
Same.
I was like waiting for it, and I'm like, it stops, and I'm like, there's no way it stops right there. They're gonna start singing, and then bam, they start playing the rock and roll. I'm like,
The dub was really good. The dub was really
awesome.
good. I try to, cause when I watch it by myself, I try to hear the dub. I try to see it. It's really nice. I try to check out the sub to see if they had a sub voice actor check in, but no, it's still dub. So it's really cool to see that they kept just dub voice acting only for this song.
They're all gonna be English songs.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
And then the final thing is for Neko. I'm going specifically for you on this one. There's no way you didn't see the lore with X. I was like, oh, so the guy who saved Lucky Tian, his own daughter wanted to be X at one point, but what the fuck is her powers? Was my thing for me, because you know
That's
more.
Queen.
That's Queen.
Yeah,
You're
that's
lying.
Queen. Yeah.
His daughter's Queen. Why the fuck did he couldn't take care of Lucky because he had Queen.
Yeah.
Oh.
And also, what do you mean X? She's not X.
Lord. Oh.
Because
Queen.
right after we're done with Lucky Cyan, 2 more episodes, we start with Queen Arc, and Queen Arc is only 2 episodes, so it makes sense why. So makes sense why we get Lucky Cyan and Queen back to back.
We getting a goddamn gourmet meal here. Oh,
Yeah, like, I think
somehow, some way.
But also the interesting part is that like the underlying thing about like something is conflicting with the heroes, right? Like we're talking about like the couple that they showed on TV, right? They were like,
the one that I want to
they
see more of. Yes.
Yeah, like they're their current ex right now. They're the top one right now. But because of something as cheating scandal that happened, they are both. I'm guessing they're trying to redo the rankings now because of it. You think it's blazing fire? Why are you blaming?
Yeah, because the plane crash is also so mysterious. I tried to write notes down about the plane crash, but it was so mysterious of what they were trying to tell. Like, plane crash, conspiracy for heroes being involved. Give me the boys vibes of the propaganda type of in the middle episode.
Yeah.
Like, she is lucky and now meets bad luck, the calamity. We get a 5-year and a 6-year time skip since we found in the crash. Cyan, from understanding, feels to be locked in the cage and not able to express her feelings on how she plans to move forwards, but we have the bad luck person, the calamity, kind of understanding how she feels, because it's kind of the opposite of how he feels, but in a similar way. So it was pretty interesting just to know that they kept trying to bring that up in the beginning of the broadcast or like the radio news, saying like this crash, the conspiracy, the heroes, and we also had somebody coming out of the courtroom or the newsroom saying that you gotta be about fear, is what he said. Be afraid of fear. But then at the end of the episode, we have the bad guy, the headmaster, talking about fear himself as well. So I wonder if that was a connection too.
Yeah, I guess this is like the start of that organization, basically. Like the fear that we see, like even in Lighter, right? Like in the future episodes, like we see someone from Fear and recruiting him and tell him like, well, use fear. So I guess we're getting the origins of that too. So like since we're going more back in time, we're getting a lot of more origins of so many other things. So it's like they said that the lavatory started fear or something, right? That's what they mentioned. So it's like, what's going on? Or like what's up with this lavatory? Like they're making hero, or like what's going on? There's something going on with the lavatory, the fear, and then these heroes that there's like so much controversy going on about, and like that it's getting interesting for sure. So, but yeah, I really do like Lucky's episode. She was like one of my top faves to meet, so I was really happy with her episode. I definitely know we're gonna cry, so I am not ready for our boys, our duo, to something for them to happen. I was so scared that this episode he was going to get shot. I was
thought
like,
they had it. I thought they had it. There was the exit so fucking close.
Yes,
This motherfucker
bro.
comes out of nowhere to looking like a final boss. Fucking piss off like, you are my precious. You cannot leave.
Oh, so sad. But that, yeah, and apparently too, like there's been some like mistranslation errors by Crunchyroll, as always. You know,
as
they're not
always.
adding information that there should be added. Like, you know, Queen talks about the fall incident, which is connected to Isol, because Isol was fighting Zero during that time. So yeah, I feel like, I don't know at this point if people should check into all the behind the lore stuff, because they'll probably mention it, but sometimes you gotta sometimes already know this stuff to fully understand it. So I'm very curious how they'll go more future stuff.
I appreciate you, Neko, and I appreciate our thread community that has been writing. I believe Kay is one of our fans that has been, you know, writing the thoughts and the links and adding the extra details, because it's been very helpful to lurking and reading and understanding the guts. Because this, like, I don't know why, but this series is giving me like a Marvel or like a DC universe where it's really grand and a lot of things are interconnected within each other. Like I feel like I'm reading a comic book of one hero of a Green Lantern, but then I could read a Batman, but it's still connected into some extent and within this grander universe, and we see a top 10 ranking. Like it's really interesting, and that is what is kind of giving me a reference to it, and I'm really enjoying that. But so like we're seeing the torture, the backstory of these characters, and we're seeing how it connects 5 years, 20 years from now. Like it's all that connection.
Yeah, it's been fun. I feel it's really fun to see all the connecting stuff. And okay, like I said before, right? Like the director will do a Q&A after each arc. So it was really interesting to see, like, he was talking about, like, oh, from the get-go, this is supposed to be 48 episodes, right? And he was talking about, like, yeah, I'm really excited to see, like, this season, right, is the backstory of everything. So next season is basically the setup with all the characters we'll see, even probably mini characters we'll meet in the series, and even our regular characters. So I feel like from here on, like Nate was talking about, like he was like, oh, I wish we would know about the original heroes. I think from here on you'll meet the original heroes. We're not going to be replacing heroes like we did with Ling Ling and Nice and Isol. Like from here you'll meet the characters who they are, and that would be really fun to see them in season 2, to build them up from what we will learn about them in this season. So that's been fun.
Agree.
So yeah, it's so much fun. But man, God, what few more thoughts you have or nah?
I'm happy every bad thing that happens to
my
Isol
gosh.
deserves to happen. He's a horrible person. Honestly, he's the worst.
Anything nice
Anyway,
about
top rankings, top 10s, boys. Crash, what you got? What's your top 10s? Hit it.
Please
us up,
put them on Takamine-San. I didn't talk about it on rom-coms or anything. I'm just gonna say it was a great. Honestly, my list is cursed this week. By no means do I really agree with it, but for the sake of argument and time, I'm just gonna say, out of everything I watched, surprisingly, the Gunner anime actually made it to the top 1.
What?
Not shocking.
Surprisingly,
Not
as if it
surprisingly.
hasn't been every single
I was
time.
really
Damn,
hoping
bro.
for something better, but nope. Fucking the
Why they do
Gunner
that?
shit continued to make me impressed, happy. Number 2 is the Shiunji family children. It's still not incest, guys. Number 3 is Fire Force season 3. It was filler. It was nothing crazy.
Crazy
but
test
I
is
like
number 3.
Arthur's
Crazy number
adventure.
3.
Yeah,
Crazy
wait,
is top
right,
3.
actually,
You
wait.
say that's
Yeah,
filler.
wait.
Nothing
It was
happened.
cursed. Number 4, KOWLOON generic romance. Number 5, To Be Hero X. Number 6, Momosu Gundam. Number 7, The Apothecary Diaries. I really wanted to lower, but you know what? For sake of time, I kept it at number 7. Number 8, Aharen-san. Yeah, I'm saying it right. Aharen-san. Sorry, Grandma. Number 9, Summer Pockets. It was funny, a little etchy. That's best.
Time reset. Fucking okay.
Yeah.
I already knew.
I told you.
I already knew.
I was a little disappointed. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Was little. I was very disappointed. And number 10, the Dinner Table Detective. I'll rewind back a little bit. Take it away, boss man. Please let me know what your top. Unfortunately, 6 is not top 10. Shame on you, but top 6.
You know why mine? You know why mine is top 6? It's because like it's like the reason of Neko, because you are top 10. Just like Mega Grant and me and Neko are top 6, so we could share, the same numbers. So it's not 5, number 7. We are, we are locked in. But without me mumbling more, number 1 is To Be a Hero X episode 8 is a 9 out of 10. Number 2, oh my god, we don't talk about the show enough, but this past couple episodes of 2 Perfect Saints tossed aside by my fiance, started to another kingdom. Yo, high five! I clap myself. We have this past few episodes 6, 7, 8 are fucking solid. Prince Julius, or I forget the prince, Prince Arthur or Prince something. He's been amazing. The older brother.
Ferdinand. My bad.
Ferdinand, thank you. Prince Ferdinand has been amazing in what he's been doing. He pushed himself just because of Saint Mia, and now we find out the truth of fuck the father, fuck the Prince Julius, these 2 motherfuckers, and the mom too. All of them could go to fucking hell, to prison, get pegged, get destroyed. Oh my god, I hate them so much because they destroyed our girl Philia and Mia relationship. They're not sisters, they're cousins. They're sisters. Yeah. They're not they're not sisters, they're cousins. But now they're about to be adopted. So that's amazing to see. Number 3, Apothecary Diaries season 2, episode 19. Number 4, Can a Boy Girlfriend Survive? Number 5, KOWLOON Generic Romance. And number 6, My Hero Academia Vigilantes. Neko, talk to me, girl.
My God, you know what time it is. My top 6 ranking was, to be honest, 5, but 6 is always going to be there. To be Hero X, of course. I'm just a simp for this series. So, 2 Perfect Saint. Like everything Vash said, it's just been doing great. I actually think this might be my top 5 series of the season. To be honest, it's been great.
Oh my God,
3, YAIBA. 4, Witch Watch. 5, Your Forma, and 6, Shujin Mumu.
Okay, it's a nice one. Mega Grab, talk to us.
It's actually bad. Number 1 is Uma Musume. I'm gonna rap about Uma Musume for a couple minutes because I don't got Nate here to talk about it with me. But I'm gonna just say, bro, she showed out. Our girl raced 2 races. So they gave us a little statistic. Do you know how many times a regional horse has ever won the first race they nationals? You know how many times? Only 9%. Only 9%. It never happens. 9%. It's so low a chance. There's no way she's gonna win. Bro, she took off. She said, what should I do? I can't get inside. Ooh, this is looking dicey. Wait a second. There's a whole ass outside. So she ran outside, which if y'all don't know about racetracks, running on the outside means you're running more. She ran all the way to the outside, and she's running. There's this girl at first like, yeah, I'm gonna win. I'm right there. The finish line's right there. It's like 100 meters away. I got this. I'm gonna win. And the next thing you know, zooming, our girl comes in out of nowhere with the nitrous. She hits the nitrous. She passes everybody. She's like 2 horse lengths ahead of everybody. She passes the finish line, stops, and then goes, easier than I thought. Like, damn, that shit crazy. Like, people are like, wait, y'all, damn, she really did that. Then, to add insult to injury, because our girl, she can't make it to the Tokyo Derby, so she's trying to show out, right? She's trying to show out, so people like start talking about it, be like, yo, our girl needs to go to the Tokyo Derby, right? They're like, we need to get her in the real race, because without her, the race ain't worth watching. So they're kind of generating buzz, like, bro, she's kicking ass. Like, she's kicking ass, taking names. Like, how are we not going to do the Derby without her? Like the hottest prospect isn't going to be in the Derby because she wasn't in Nationals. She got to Nationals like the day after she had to sign up. Like, that's not right. Like, you're going to really exclude her for that? And then to add insult to injury, her second race, which again, she wins her second race with the same tactic. She torches the competition. This time, instead of like a length and a half, she's up by like 4 horse lengths. She torched the competition. And then, to add insult to injury, the girl who got second place in that race ended up winning the first Derby race because there was no one better than her. And then, so the reporters are like, nah, what the fuck? We're cooked. Like, what's going on here? Like, our girl, Oguri Cap, straight up already beat this bitch. And you're gonna say that the Derby races are worth watching if Oguri's not allowed in? Like, oh, hell no. So there's this whole petition behind her to they got 10,000 signatures in a week to say Oguri needs to be allowed to go to the Derby. So our girl's showing out in Nationals. She really did show up. This is the highest rated episode I've put in weeks. The entire season so far, 9.5 on Uma Musume. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. Number 2 is Shirley. Shirley is really great. Number 3 is 2 Perfect Saint. Number 3 is 2 Be Hero. Number 4 is 2 Perfect Saint. Number 5 is Lazarus. Number 6 is Shiunji Family. It was a really good episode. The crying was cute. Like, it was actually really good animation. It was like really good. Number 7 is Vigilantes. I love Vigilantes. You know how it is. Number 8 is KOWLOON. KOWLOON's so good. Number 9 is Shoshimin. Bro, we have not talked about how sadistic she is enough. She's a little sadistic girl. Oh, she's so good. And number 10 is Witch Watch. Man, I really felt bad for our boy. I really felt bad for our boy. I really did. The slow motion. Oh, bro. It would have been hell. But yeah, what about you, Nate? What is your rankings, Nate?
Oh, you didn't know he unfortunately passed away. A very unforeseen circumstance. But he'll be back next week. To tell us about.
So he passed away.
He passed away, and he's gonna become.
No, it's because we're gonna use a card called the Monster Reborn and get him back alive and get him from the graveyard.
Wait. Are we gonna wait 3 days?
Yeah,
like, is he gonna come back like Jesus?
Yeah, of course. Of course.
You tell us. You're the god. How does that work?
Of course, because we do record on Sundays, so we gotta let 3 days on Passover.
Oh, Sunday, true. Anyway, hey, we didn't forget Nate. We tried to hook him up, but
we skip him like always. So let's continue. All right, everybody.
Hey, everyone! You guys heard the show. You guys heard the ending. We are here. Go read. Go watch some fucking light novels. Go watch your light novels. Go read your light novels. Go enjoy your entertainment. Go binge watch, or take your time and watch things weekly, or choose like I do, where you can do every 3 weeks on your binge chilling, and you could do things weekly.
The whole premise of this show is that we watch stuff weekly.
Yeah,
so, you're kind of breaking the premise of the whole show because you're too lazy.
I watched the important ones. I watched important ones. The important ones for conversation.
No, I get it. You're just bro. Look, I'm just saying, Boss Man gets on our ass for not finishing the shit, and he doesn't finish the shit, and he's acting like he's all in the clear, like as if.
Right, Crash? Thank you. Bye. It's a great show, guys.
You missed this, buddy. Thank you.
This hypocrisy, right?
We'll see you next one.
Everybody
did that.
Take care. Have a good night. Happy holidays. Happy Memorial Day.
Watching etchy shit.
Yes, sir.
Go watch ReZero. Go watch ReZero. Go watch the animated podcast that we are also gonna watch. The Anime Lady podcast is talking about the award show and also Lilo Stitch review. Bye.
Hey, let's go. Who's gonna watch Gintama though? That's the real problem. Like, what the hell?
You already talked about it.
Your girlfriend, bro. That shit's peak.
Alright, bro.
The way your face, for real, just that's crazy.
Bro,
you're like,
he got like the triple chin when he does that, because he does the little fucking goofy like.
He's like, well, actually, like, y'all should where'd you go for it?